Hello everyone! We are back again with Apollo Justice Ace Attorney, the trilogy. Today we're gonna keep on going with the second game, and we're starting the third case today. Case number 3. It's called Turnabout Academy. I remember this one a little bit better, but something tells me I'll still be using a guide throughout most of the thing, especially during the trial stuff. But yeah, I'm excited. Now things are getting really good. Hopefully you all enjoy it as well. Let us begin. Turnabout Academy. Going to school. Episode of the 3.
Themis Legal Academy, a prestigious high school with alumni in the highest echelons of the legal world.
Uh-oh. Oh no. Oh dear. Oh no. Is that bad? That might be bad. October 24th. Ooh, close to Halloween. Oh no, I'm gonna be late. Puff. Puff. Woo, finally. So this is it. The illustrious Themis Legal Academy. Probably saying that wrong, but whatever. This is the place where many distinguished lawyers and prosecutors got their start. When news spread that Mr. Wright had gotten his attorney's badge back, he received a call from this school asking him to pay a visit. Mr. Wright brought us along, hoping we'd learn something from the experience. But no, I had to go and blow it by getting here 30 minutes late. At least it's not all business today. After all, today's their school festival. Festival! Woo! I don't know about you, but I love school festivals. Wow, this place has school festival written all over it. Literally. Up there. But why all the cold stares? Is it because everyone's in a school uniform except me? Well, I like the way I dress. Actually, can I dress him back in the normal clothes? Reader, no. We won't worry about it today. Wonder where Mr. Wright and Apollo are. Your attention, please. This is an announcement from the mock trial committee. The mock trial will begin shortly. All students and faculty, please proceed at once to the lecture hall. Thank you. Sounds like a mock trial is about to start, but where's this lecture hall? Looks like all the students and faculty are heading that way. Might as well join them. Maybe I'll find Mr. Wright and Apollo there. Maybe. Mock trial is here. Look how advanced everything looks. Ooh. This must be the lecture hall. Wow, they spent some serious money on this place. The district court can't even compete. Hey, Athena, over here. Ah, Mr. Wright, Apollo. I've been looking for you too. I'm so sorry I'm late. It's okay. Sorry we couldn't wait for you. But we didn't want to be late for our meeting. Lucky for you, the person we're supposed to meet also seems to be running late. Mr. Wright, Mr. Justice, it seems Professor Court has yet to arrive. Oh, hello. How unprofessional of her to keep visitors into our esteemed institution waiting for like this. I shall make her right, I will not. Oh, who do we have here? Oh, right. You haven't been introduced yet. Ah, yes, you must be the young lady Mr. Wright was telling me about. I am Aristotle Means, a professor at this hallowed hall of learning. I oversee the lawyer course here. It is a pleasure to meet you. I'm Athena Sykes. I just recently got my attorney's badge myself. It's nice to meet you too. How wonderful. So vigorous and vivacious. You just earned yourself a gold star. Oh god. That smile. Wow, thanks. That big smile of his is kinda scary though. Looks like the mock trial's about to begin. What are we going to do about our meeting? Oh, speaking of the mock trial, do either of you know what it's about? Oh, but I thought we had sent a pamphlet to your office. Right, the pamphlet. Whatever happened to that? You won't be seeing it again. Trucy used it for the old rip it up and restore it trick. Unfortunately, it didn't work as advertised. Well, it seems I had better explain the situation then. Thank you, Professor. Well, hello there, Professor Means. Now, does anyone have any questions? I do, Professor. Could you tell me all about your school? What an excellent question. Here's a gold star for asking. Our academy has 3 courses to choose from. Students seeking to be lawyers take the lawyer course, likewise. Budding prosecutors take the prosecutor course, and future judges, the judge course. Wow, you have everything here for someone who wants to seriously pursue a career in law. Yes, well, that's what makes our school special, and today even more so. After all, we are to be treated to a lecture by the legendary attorney Phoenix Wright. We can't wait to hear all about his return to the legal profession. You're giving a lecture, Mr. Wright? But you're not even a professor. Yeah, well, I'm just giving them what they want. Okay, give me today's plan then. Did you even know you were meant to give a lecture here today? Yeah, sort of. But I came early because I was supposed to have a meeting with the head of the judge course, Constance Court. It's been a whirlwind of a morning. Let's leave it at that. Professor Court. She is a wonderful instructor, but quite unpunctual. Oh, so that's who's late. From what I've heard, our esteemed Mr. Wright here is scheduled to hold a training seminar tomorrow in addition to today's lecture. A training seminar? For lawyers? What exactly does that involve? Why, it involves the very skills that make a lawyer. The arm angle when shouting objection, the proper way to strike the podium, how to project one's voice, and most importantly, how to bluff your way to victory. Huh? Who exactly do you want me to teach stuff like that to again? What a wonderful question. You just earned yourself a gold star. The great honor of taking a seminar by a famous lawyer and a famous prosecutor. That is what is at stake in this mock trial, the crown jewel of the school festival. Okay. The mock trial in question is a prestigious event that every student aspires to win. The top student is in the lawyer course and the top student in the prosecutor course face off in a simulated court case set in this very school. As for the case itself, we select the best script written by a judge course student and base our case on that. Oh, a one-on-one battle. How thrilling. So, if the student studying to be a lawyer wins, they get to take my training seminar. But what if the other student wins? I'm not a prosecutor, so... There's no cause for alarm. We have a famous prosecutor ready for just in case. But exactly who it is, well, that is a special surprise. A famous prosecutor? No, it can't be. Professor Means, forgive me for interrupting you in your guess. It's her. What's her name? I'm Juniper Woods, a senior in the judge course. Professor, the trial will begin shortly. Since you'll be delivering the pre-trial speech, would you mind waiting up in the balcony until we're ready for you? Oh, why, how very organized you are, Juniper. You just earned earned yourself a gold star too. But what about Professor Court? Well, I suppose she'll eventually arrive. Now then, I trust you will look after our visitors, Juniper. Yes, of course, Professor Means. Juniper? Juniper Woods? Is that you? Hmm? Then, Athena? I almost didn't recognize you. I didn't know you were back from Europe. Wait, you two know each other? Now that's a coincidence. We've known each other since we were kids. We're like best friends, right, Junie? Yes, well, we live close to each other, so we used to play in the forest together. Yeah, like a lot. Why won't she look at me? I guess I shouldn't be surprised since we haven't seen each other in a long time. Anyway, we're supposed to go wait in the waiting room, right? Not that I wouldn't mind taking in the mock trial you're putting on today. Unfortunately, the mock trial is only for students and faculty. Hey, Stars Over Hyrule and Mafia Babe, what's up? Welcome to the third case of the second game. And your first. Well done, Stars Over Hyrule, woo! Oh, by the way, Mafia Babe, I should tell you this. For the third case, we're back in school. We're in high school. Court High School. There is one seat reserved for Mr. Wright, but no other exceptions are allowed. Also, remember her? Remember this girl here? Yes, I'm very sorry, but it is a part of the student curriculum after all. Hope you won't mind remaining in the waiting room until the trial concludes. Oh, that's too bad. I was hoping to learn something new today. You remember her? I'll tell you what, Apollo. Why don't you take my place? What? Really? Sure. Besides, I like to meet with Professor Court as soon as she gets here. Aw, no fair. I want to see the mock trial, too. Sorry, I'm going to let Apollo pull what little rank he has, if it's okay with Professor Means. But of course, Mr. Wright, if that is what you wish. It's settled then. We'll expect a full and detailed report, Apollo, so pay attention. Tisk, being the new kid sure stinks. If you would please follow me, I'll escort you down to the waiting room on the first floor. To the waiting room we go. His expression. Which one? The, professor person? Did you like his smile? Still no Professor Court. It's been over 30 minutes. And Mr. Wright's snoozing away on the sofa. This is so boring. I should have hid in the lecture hall and spied on the mock trial. Crash! Eek! What was that? The professor. Oh, crash. It's probably nothing, right? Yawn. Athena? I could have sworn I just heard something fall down and break. If you go running now, they'll think it was you. Well, it wasn't me. I think it came from somewhere outside. Looks like he's visiting the dentist. The professor guy. Or us. Oh, well, we better go have a look, seeing as everyone else is in the lecture hall. Okay. 67th School Festival. Cool. The professor. I gotcha. Themis Legal Academy outdoor stage. Is this the stage for some sort of concert? It kind of reminds me of a courtroom. Wait, Athena, behind the witness stand. What? Uh-oh. Eek! Professor Court, can you hear me? Professor! Wait, that's who we were supposed to be meeting with? It looks like our meeting's been cancelled for us. No way. This can't be real. Welp. Not good. I called the police. They should be here soon. I'll go tell everyone in the lecture hall, too. No, wait. I'll find out soon enough once the police get here. Let's do our own crime scene investigation before it gets too crowded around here. Huh? Are we even allowed to do that? It's no big deal, as long as we leave it exactly like we found it. Plus... No, never mind. Anyway, we should look around while the scene's still fresh. But... Okay, you're the boss. Yeah, well, we have a new murder, guys. In addition to checking the body, we should also check the area around it. But we don't have much time. Check only what you can. Nervous, Athena? Yes, I mean, no. Apollo didn't bat an eye at the alderman's body during that case in Ninetails Vale. I can't let him show me up. I can do this. Just take a deep breath and focus. So, Professor Court was... Yep, the professor I was here to meet with. Turns out she wasn't running late after all. How awful. Here she was lying dead and we thought she was late. What was that you were saying before, boss? You never finished? Oh that. Don't worry, I'll fill you in later. But right now, let's focus on the investigation, okay? Okay, sure. Ugh, the suspense is killing me. Alright, let's get examining. We should start by studying the body. I wonder what's the best angle for this. Definitely the previous one, right? I guess I really do have to examine the body. Well, guess I'd better get used to stuff like this if I want to be a full-fledged lawyer. Poor teacher. What do we have here? A book? I'm guessing it fell out of her chest pocket. Wait, what if it's her diary? That's the most private thing a girl has. True, but considering the situation at hand, my apologies to the late Professor Court. No, don't. Need to speak with Hugh O'Connor. Meet with Hugh about the report yesterday important. Prepare mock trial final confirmation. Mr. Wright training seminar. Mock thing begins. Looks more like a planner than a diary. Every page seems to have the same sword mark printed on it at that. I still think a girl deserves her privacy, but this may help us solve the case. Alright, we got a planner. Notice anything strange about the body? Take a deep breath and then take a good look. Well, now that you mention it, there's no blood around it. Yet the victim's body is cold and rigor mortis has already started to dissipate. It would appear that quite some time has passed since Professor Court was murdered. Thing is, the quad was packed with students up until the start of the mock trial. Wait, then doesn't that mean she was killed at a different location? Oh, I know. The killer moved the body here while everyone was in the lecture hall. That's a definite possibility. Notice anything else? Her arms are raised over her head, and there are dark bruises around her wrists. Yeah, the professor was probably tied up with something. Eventually her wrists were unbound, and as she reached up to stretch, she was killed? Actually, I'm not so sure about this theory. Well, there's not exactly a lot to go on. What do you think, guys? There's an arrow stuck in her side. Gunshot wounds and stab wounds are pretty common, but arrow wounds? This is a homicide any way you slice it. In other words, we have a murder on our hands. A murder? Here? So that makes this arrow the murder weapon. Well, that and the bow that shot it. Right, but where could the killer have shot her from? The stage is a sea of obstructions. I'm no expert on archery, but it can't be easy to hit a target with this much stuff around. Would it be possible to kill someone by stabbing them with an arrow? I'm not sure. Guess we better do some more investigating before jumping to conclusions. I think that's about all we're going to find out from the body for now. Nice work, Athena. Your face only turned 5 shades of pale. I was expecting 50. We should probably take a picture of the crime scene, just in case. Was that a 50 Shades of Grey reference there? Okay, I'm on it. Say cheese! Cheese? And I thought I was the one with the twisted sense of humor. I think that should do it. Alright, let's take a better look around the area while we wait for the police to arrive. Ah, this pile of rubble sticks out like a sore thumb. Looks like a broken pottery or plaster. Maybe this is the source of that noise we heard. There were supposedly 2 statues on this stage. I seem to recall hearing that a co-ed from the Fine Arts Club had made them. There were 2? Then the thing over there is the remains of another statue? This could be related to the case. Let's take a closer look. Weird. Wonder what this was a statue of. Whatever it was a reddish purple color. When Apollo and I first got here, both statues were already here, but they were covered up. I bet they were waiting for us to unveil them when the school festival moved here to the stage. You mean this duffel bag looking thing was actually being used to cover the statues? I guess that just leaves the question, were they broken by accident or on purpose? What a puzzle this is. We have a newspaper here. There's something buried in the rubble. The Themis Herald. Wait, we shouldn't disturb it. Let's just read what we can. Pending declaration of Love Rocks Campus. Final act in torrid love triangle centered on campus she-devil, Juniper Woods. Level-headed lawyer course genius and hot-blooded prosecutor course student will go head-to-head in a mock trial battle for the she-devil's black heart. Hugh O'Connor has declared that he will confess to her if he wins. Didn't we hear that name a second ago? Wait, what? I seriously wish I hadn't read that. You find that more shocking than discovering a murder victim's body. But we're talking about my friend Junie here. She'd never lead guys on like that. Athena, you don't believe everything you read, do you? This article is clearly written with malicious intent. I'm not buying a word of it. You're right, but it's still disturbing, even if it's a third-rate tabloid material. Mr. Wright, Athena. Oh, here comes Apollo. I've never seen anyone move so fast. Huff. Listen, something's big happened. I was at the mock trial when the police announced a body had been found on campus. That's right, and we're the ones who phoned it in. We found Professor Court dead behind the witness stand over there. What? Can you show me? What the? We've already had quite a look at the body. It's definitely a homicide. Once the police get here... No, I know it's a homicide. I'm shocked because it's the same. Exactly the same. Whoa there, Apollo. Take a deep breath and explain what you mean. It's the same. The body, that is. It's just like how it was in the mock trial. What? It's like the mock trial? I know, it sounds crazy, but... The body's location and position, the murder weapon, the lack of pooling blood. It's all exactly like the mock trial. You're kidding, right? It can't really all be that the same, can it? What does this mean, guys, huh? What does this mean? Was the murderer the mock trial? The whole school's in an uproar. There won't be any more classes today. Murder on campus. That's the last thing I expected at a legal academy. I'll go tell Professor Means what we observed when we discovered the body. You two wait here until you've spoken with the police. Yes, boss. Suspicious. I know, right? Who could have done it? I can't believe this is happening. I can't believe we have to wait around here. I can't stay still at times like these. Hope Junie hasn't fainted from the shock of this whole thing. Athena, there you are. Junie, am I glad to see you? I was worried that... Don't worry about me. I am student council president after all. I need to be strong. Student council president? Wow, I'm impressed. She's really changed. She used to be kind of sickly and shy. Juniper, was it? Mind if we ask you a few questions? Yeah, we're stuck here waiting for the police, and there's really not much to do. Sure, what would you like to know? I haven't seen you in ages, Junie. What's it been, 7 years or so? Yes, and I remember how you were always there for me, Athena. Maybe it's just me, but I wanted to ask why you seem so distant. Remember how you used to call me Thena? I liked it better that way. It felt like we were sisters, you know? Yes, but I'm student council president now. And as the student council representative of Themis Legal Academy, I have to act properly. She was never this stiff and formal before. I know you wanted to be a judge, but I didn't expect this. It's such a prestigious high school, and you're in the judge course to boot. Yes, and Professor Court had been in charge of it until, well, you know. Oh, right. Professor Court was the professor in charge of Junie's course. Constance Court. Constance Court. What sort of teacher was Professor Court? If I had to sum her up in a single word, I'd say she was amazing. A judge must always seek the truth. That was her mantra, and she used it in trying to fix what was wrong with our school. She was a beacon of hope in this dark age of the law. What's wrong with your school? What did you mean by that? Oh, nothing. Never mind. Am I imagining things, or did I just detect something in Junie's voice? Professor Court chose my script for the mock trial. Oh? You mean all the students in the judge course had to submit the script, and yours was the one she selected? Wow, that's amazing, Junie. Oh, thank you, but now Professor Court is... Who would do such a thing? Just yesterday we were working together, trying to get the things ready. Cough! Oh no, she's coughing again. Excuse me. Used to have the ward hanging off his head, lol. Oh, Justice does. Sadly, that case is over and there's no wards. We're just back in school. Mafia's favorite place to go. Am I right? Are you alright, Junie? Maybe you should take it easy for a while. So she's still got that cough. Guess she's not as strong as she pretends to be. Poor Junie. Why do you need a script in a showdown between a lawyer and a prosecutor? Well, we were simulating a trial, so we need a script as a framework. All the details about the incident and the people involved are included in the script. We also prepared a crime scene, photos, a murder weapon, and other kind of evidence. Wow, you guys think of everything. Must be hard getting all that ready. True, but it would be funny. Yeah. If only it was an option. Or something. Yes, well, it was only Professor Court and I. After all, we didn't want the script or other elements of the mock trial to get leaked. We were the only ones in the entire school who knew all of the details. Must have been a big pain in the... that must have been really difficult. I wrote the script so that the case could go either way. That way, the defense and the prosecution both had an equal chance of winning. Heh, if you think that's all she's capable of, you've got another thing coming. Huh? Who said that? Huh? Who are these two? Juniper's genius doesn't stop at her brilliant script. Yeah! She gave an awards-winning performance as the defendant, man. I think I found a rival to my cords of steel. Hugh, Robin, aren't you going to introduce yourselves to our guests? As Students' Council President, I won't have you treating them rudely. Heh, you're right. I heard Mr. Wright was bringing a couple of guests with him. That would be you two, Apollo Justice and Athena Sykes. Yep, I'm Athena Sykes. Man. And I'm Apollo Justice. Nice to meet you. I'll pass on the handshake. I'm studying to be a lawyer. The name's Hugh O'Connor. But some call me Mr. Perfect, because I never score less than 100% on tests. Ugh, most pretentious introduction ever. And what's with his hand? Is it glued to the inside of his pocket or what? Yeesh. Let me be the first to apologize for Hugh's total rude introduction. Sorry! Now, here's my intro. I am Robin Newman. I'm studying to be a prosecutor, like the really cool kind that nails the bad guys. No, where's the sincerity? So he makes pottery too. And what's that brace-like contraption for? Junie sure has made some unusual friends. So we have a perfectionist and a body workout person, boy, dude, or whatever. Excuse me. The two were the lawyer and the prosecutor in today's mock trial, and even though I wrote the script, I also played the part of the defendant. Final act in torrid love triangle centered on campus she-devil Juniper Words. Level-headed lawyer, course genius, and hot-blooded prosecutor, course student will go head-to-head in a mock trial battle for the She-Devil's Black Heart. Wait, these two are the guys who supposedly have a thing for Junie? Heh, Juniper, come on. Your role's way beyond just that. That's right. The mock trial's just the start. She's also in the school's festival's main event. Live on stage, Juniper Woods, and the crowd goes bananas. Woo! I'm supposed to sing at the school festival. All of the other girls were too embarrassed to try out, so my Junie's singing on stage in front of people? Wow, she really has changed. Bananas. Bananas. Your performance. I was responsible for making everyone's stage costumes. That stage costume looks kind of familiar, guys. Does that costume look familiar? And this is what I'll be wearing. That's amazing, Junie, but then again, you were always good at that kind of thing. These constellations in particular are really something. Oh, thank you. One of my favorite things to do is look up at the stars in the middle of the forest. Huh? So you're a fan of the night sky then? Wow, Apollo, didn't know you were such a romantic. It's not like that. I have this friend, and he and I go way back, who got me really interested in space. Wait, you had friends when you were young? Color me surprised. Ha ha ha, got him. As student council president, I cannot allow such mean-spirited teasing to continue. Eep! I think she's angry. The costumes were no problem, but as for singing, I'm not sure I... No, you can do it! That's right, and anyone who says otherwise will have to answer to me. It's like a chivalrous love triangle, a damsel in distress and two knights in shining armor. Maybe the Themis Herald article wasn't too far from the truth. Speaking of the latest news, I wonder how the mock trial turned out. What interesting people. I know, right? So, how did the mock trial end? We were just about to reach a verdict when the police arrived. Now we'll never know how it would have turned out. I guess that's what happens when there's a real murder during a fake murder trial. It ended right before the verdict. Talk about a bad timing. I was this close, man, but I bet I would have won. But I bet the defense wasn't doing too badly either, right? We'll settle this some other time, and I assure you I will win when that time comes. Like I'm gonna let that happen? I don't think so! Hope they don't end up hurting each other. Oh, don't worry, the three of us have been good friends since we enrolled here. Heh, we even have proof of our friendship. Proof? Like physical evidence proof? Yes, we're studying for a career in law, and in the legal world evidence is everything. Yeah, as long as our friendship lasts, you can bet we'll be carrying them around. Ah, the famed Themis Legal Academy ingenuity at work. So, what exactly is this proof of friendship anyway? Well, it's a secret, and if I show you, it would be bad luck. Oh, okay. I knew it. There's definitely some discord in Junie's voice. Our friendship is sacred and inviolable. It's not something to be put cheaply on display. Proof? We don't need no stinking proof. The three of us are friends forever. I can hear discord in their voices too. But they're talking about their friendship. What's going on here? Trouble in Friendville, guys, maybe? Something wrong, Athena? No, it's nothing. Oh, alright then. Hey, isn't that... Everyone stay right where you are. Don't move a muscle. Oh, he's back. Detective Fulbright, is something wrong? Why, if it isn't my little lawyer friends, sorry, but the small talk will have to wait. Juniper Woods, you're under arrest for the murder of Constance Court. What? Wait a second, what's going on here? Why are you arresting Junie? Please, Detective Fulbright, we're involved in this case too. Aha, so you're the lawyers that dispatch said were first on scene. I can't tell you everything, but I will say this. There are two major reasons for her arrest. Number 1, the suspect led somebody to where the body was. I didn't. And number 2, the crime scene is exactly how the suspect portrayed it in her script. But you can't arrest her on just those grounds. True, but there's more. However, Prosecutor Blackquill specifically told me to say no more than that. So Blackwell's the prosecuting attorney on this one too? Detective Fulbright, we found this in the suspect's pocket. Why, there's blood on this. But that's evidence we made for the mock trial. A mock trial? Never heard of such a thing, but it sounds fishy to me. Real fishy. Now, if you would, officers. Yes, sir. But, cough, Junie, I have to do something. I can't let them take her away like this. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have work to do.
Hold it! I refuse to believe that she's the killer! Junie! I've decided. I'm going to defend you. I'll fight with everything I've got. Athena. Junie, it's good to hear you say that name again.
Hate to interrupt your bonding time, but aren't you rather new to all of this? You're barely even a lawyer. Well, I don't have much experience, and I may need Apollo and Mr. Wright's help at times, but nobody believes in Junie as much as I do. I'll help you too, Juniper. There's no way you murdered your professor. Athena. Apollo. Thank you both. I'm counting on you. We've got your back, Junie. Not Fulbright. Yeah, Fulbright's the detective again. Guess things worked out all right. Now that you have your lawyers, Miss Woods, it's time for us to head back to the station. Ha 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 ha. I can't believe Junie's been arrested for murder. And I can't believe I accepted her case without asking Mr. Wright. Take a deep breath and relax, Athena. I'm here to help with whatever you need. So let's get right on the case. Right. Heh, I won't have this case left in the hands of rank amateurs. If anyone's going to solve this case, it'll be me. Time to investigate. Why, that smug little hasn't even finished law school. You! That was totally rude. And you're not the only one on the case, man. I'm in too. Big time. Juniper Woods, I'm gonna save you. Now that those two are gone, let's get back to what I was talking about in front of the stage. About the mock trial, that is. Oh, right. You said the victim's location, position, and so on were just like in the script. Exactly. But without the script or any props, it's kind of hard to explain. Perhaps I could help. Her forehead. Who says her forehead, guys? Prosecutor Gavin? What are you doing here? You two seem to know each other. Is someone going to introduce me? He's back. Clavier Gavin is back. Why, I do believe we have a fresh face here. Greetings, Fraulein. I am Clavier Gavin. Some know me as a prosecutor, but I'm most famous for my former rock band. We were quite popular, you know, but regrettably, the band went kaput. Perhaps you've heard of us, the Gaviners. I was the lead vocalist. Never heard of you. Never heard of your band. Then again, I was out of the country till only recently. But, can I get your autograph? You just met him like 3 seconds ago and you want his autograph? Forgive me, Fraulein, but I'm retired from the music biz. But I'd be happy to offer my autograph as rock star prosecutor Clavier Gavin. Oh, okay, that one then. She's a lively one, eh, her forehead? Didn't know she was your type. she's the newest member of Wright Anything Agency. That's all. Nice to meet you. I'm Athena Sykes. A pleasure to meet you too, Athena Sykes. Now that the intros are out of the way, I'm sure you have some questions for me. Yeah, her forehead? Oh, he's back, guys. He's here. I'm gonna present my badge. May I ask why you people present your attorney's badges like that? It seems like her forehead and Mr. Wright are always want to show theirs off too. Well, let me ask you, Prosecutor Gavin, why do you play air guitar? Ah, it would seem the answers we seek can be found in much the same place. I never gave it that much thought, actually. I always just whip it out. Hey you, does this look familiar? Why, Fraulein, what a wonderful piece of evidence you have there. But I imagine no matter what you present, it would be impossible for it to be more persuasive than your beauty. Too bad it doesn't work that way in court too. So, what are you doing here, Prosecutor Gavin? I'm here for the same reason as your boss, to give a lecture and a training seminar. So he's the famous prosecutor they invited? And I have another crucial role to play. The Gaviners are getting back together for a one-time special performance. Even though you guys disbanded, which was a shame by the way, really. Yeah, I know how much you adored our music, Herr Forehead. Anyway, I studied abroad in Germany to get my badge early, but I did graduate from here. Wait, so that performance Junie mentioned? I see you've already heard about that. One student representative was selected to sing with us on stage. And the stage was supposed to look like this tomorrow. Well, 2 big banners and a pair of wicked statues. This is just an illustration. It's not half bad. Wicked statues? Wait, are these supposed to be you and Mr. Wright? Bingo, Fraulein. And they were so big and magnificent too. What a terrible waste. But the worst part of this whole thing is, my long-awaited reunion with my mentor never came to pass. Wait, don't tell me your mentor was Professor Court. She was the one who taught me how to think about the law. Aw, poor Constance Court. So Constance Court was your professor here at the academy. She may have taught the judge course, but she had a huge impact on me. She was fond of the saying, the end is only justified through proper means. She wouldn't tolerate dishonesty, and always revered what was right beyond all else. I can feel Prosecutor Gavin's sadness. Oh no, I think I'm gonna cry. Sniffle. Athena, are you tearing up? Though I can't blame you. Prosecutor Gavin owes a lot of who he is to Professor Court. Exactly. So as you can see, we are both joined in purpose, so to speak, yeah? Now, let's rock this place hard. Huh? I don't follow. Let's rock what? Forget already, Herr Forehead. I said I'd help you explain the mock trial. We're going to reprise it right here in the lecture hall. It might help us catch her killer. Yep, it's Clavier. He's back. Welcome to court, guys. Right, the stage is ready, and you, Herr Forehead, ready to rock? No, the defense is not ready to rock? You saw the actual mock trial earlier, right? Just relax, you'll do fine. Besides, we have the script right here. Junie's masterpiece, the one everyone's been talking about? Yeah, and there's only one in existence. I borrowed it, if you will. Now, Fraulein, we'll need you to play the part of defendant and judge as per the script. Okay, got it. I've only read the case outline so far. I don't know how it actually turns out, so I'll treat this like I'm prosecuting a real case. You, Herr Forehead, will play the part of a fledgling lawyer, a role you were born to play. Yep, Herr Forehead is back. All the evidence is also here with us. We have everything we need to reprise the mock trial. Très bien, let's get started. Defendant/Judge Athena Sykes is psyched and ready to rock. Court is now in session for our reenactment of the mock trial. or what I like to call the mock trial. Yeah, a double mockery perhaps, but a trial is still a trial. Achtung, baby. It's no holds barred. Let's rock. Aw, can't we take it easy today? It may just be a mock of a mock, but there's only one way to compete. You pay to win. So remember, each time I catch you slacking off, I'm holding you in contempt of court. Great. A judge that voices her own objections and abuses her judicial powers. A little hair flip. Love it. Talk. Summary of the facts. Now then, Prosecutor Gavin, your opening statement, if you please. You got it, Fraulein Judge. Our case is set in a school very much like this one. The victim, a professor, female. The defendant, an archery club member, also female. Oh, me, oh my, I'm innocent. Innocent, I tell you. That's some seriously bad acting, Fraulein. Anyway, the victim's body was discovered in the middle of the quad. Here's a shot of the crime scene. Ironically, it was Professor Court who posed as the corpse. Her forehead. How did the mock trial participants react to this photo? Mr. Newman was surprised by what Professor Court was wearing. He reacted with, "Oh, the green sweatshirt suit." It's not exactly what I would pick to focus on, so why would he care about that? Too much of a fledgling to know what's important, that one. In any case, both in the mock trial and the actual case, Professor Court was wearing a sweatsuit. Moving right along. Hey, wait a sec. The body was discovered in the same area as the mock case, although that was a stage. Plus the murder weapon, an arrow, and the lack of blood are also the same. That's right, and therein lies the significance of this mock trial. So let's keep rocking it hard, just like that. Defense's argument. Before the crime occurred, the defendant went to meet with the victim in the quad. Let's see here. When I arrived at our meeting place, I found the professor with an arrow in her stomach. But it wasn't me, I didn't kill her. You don't have to ham it up like that, Athena. It's called getting into character, her forehead. Don't be such a wet blanket. Right, let's see. Oh yeah, then Hugh said... A frail co-ed used her bare hands to stab her professor with an arrow. I don't think so. At the time of the murder, a male student was seen holding a bow in the archery club room, which had a clear view of the quad. He shot the arrow into the victim before my client even got there. Nine, hair forehead. That feigned swagger does not suit you in the least. Order, order, order! Especially you, Mr. Justice. Me? But I was just trying to get into it like Mr. Euro Rocker said. Alright. Prosecution's rebuttal. So, the victim was shot from the archery club room before the meeting even took place. Hence, the defendant could not be the killer. That seems to be the defense's assertion. Prosecutor Gavin, do you have any objections? The autopsy report notes that the edges of the victim's wound were unusually ragged. Could such physical trauma possibly result from an arrow shot from a bow? 9. I believe the victim was impaled with the arrow by hand, post-mortem. In short, the real murder weapon was not the arrow at all. When Robin was prosecutor, he had a tough time determining the real murder weapon. Well, he's just a student, a warm-up act, while I am the real deal, the headliner, so to speak. The true murder weapon was most likely the owl that was left in the art room. An owl? What's that? An owl, you say? What might that be? It's a kind of tool used for poking holes in paper. Wood, and other materials. It's kind of like an ice pick. I have a photo here if you're interested. Gross. It's all bloody up the handle. Please tell me that's just paint. Most likely, Fraulein. Pretty realistic, yeah? Let's pretend it's real blood for now. The defendant's prints were lifted from the murder weapon. Furthermore, traces of the victim's blood were discovered in the art room. That's where I believe the murder actually took place. So the question now is, how did the body get from the art room to the stage? how the body was moved. The murder took place in the 3rd floor art room, but the body was found in the quad. It must have been quite the chore moving the body all that way. Not at all. There's a maintenance area and storehouse right outside the art room, and a cart used to carry the balls around were found there. Oh, I think I've seen one of those before, but that's a pretty big one. A jumbo, yeah? Big enough to fit a person, or a body in it. The defendant dropped the body from the art room window, then moved it with the cart. That is how a high school girl could easily move a body all by herself. Levitation? That's how someone used a levitation spell on her. You don't say!
Objection!
A body dropped from 3 stories up would show signs of massive blunt force trauma.
Objection!
Is that what he sounds like now? That may be true, but he failed to account for the large high jump mat in the storehouse. A body dropped onto such a mat would show no signs of blunt force trauma. Yikes. It's almost scary how similar this whole case is to the mock trial proceedings. Quite the crafty killer. In an attempt to cast suspicion on the archery club, they moved the body to the quad where it would be an easy shot from the club room. Then the killer faked the murder weapon by inserting an arrow into the owl's stab wound. Sounds like he has only high praise for Junie's script. Were there any further arguments from the defense? Nope, it seems like the teacher who was playing the judge was satisfied too. Time for the finale then. Your verdict, if you please, Fraulein Judge. Huh? Oh, right, that's me. Very well, this court finds the defendant, Juniper Woods. Wait a second. Even if this is just a mock trial of a mock trial, I don't want to declare Junie guilty. Yeah, perhaps that's not such a good idea. Let's end our mock trial right here. Besides, it's about time I get back to my investigation. Thanks, you two. That little run through of the mock trial cleared up a few things. Cool. Tongue, baby. The prosecution's already got a witness sized up too. That was quick. Prosecutor Blackwell's almost too good. You're sure in a helpful mood today, Prosecutor Gavin. Well, like I said, I just want to catch whoever killed Professor Court. And there's no reason for me to start butting heads with you two. Anyway, I won't say goodbye, as I'm sure I'll be seeing you later. Oh, there he goes. I always thought prosecutors were all a rather scary bunch, but Prosecutor Gavin seems pretty nice. Yeah, he's not so bad as prosecutors go. We should get back to investigating too. We don't have nearly enough information yet. And we also have to tell Mr. Wright that we accepted Junie's case. Right, looks like we have our work cut out for us. The most prominent feature of this case is how closely it resembles the script. That makes it a tough one because we have to have a firm understanding of them both. No sweat, we can reenact the mock trial as many times as we want by reading the script. I'll check it out in the court record and commit it to memory later. Good, I bet the script and the mock trial are going to be the centerpiece of the real trial. Make sure you know them inside and out. Yes, sir, Mr. Justice. Mr. Justice, careful, I could get used to that. Hey, Angel Love! What's up? How you doing today? It's good to see ya. I hope all is good. Apollo, any advice on how to investigate this case? Start by interviewing people about the basic facts. Interview people. Got it. Hey, you there. What can you tell me about the... Whoa, hold on, Athena. The trial's tomorrow, so try to limit it to people with some relation to the case. Okay, got it. Limit the interview pool. Right. You might also want to take it down a notch, otherwise you'll be dead by tomorrow. Wants me to calm down at a time like this? Junie's fate rests in my hands. I just have to win this one. You're tired and you could be a bit better. Well, at least you're here now, right? You are here and chilling with this game. Oh, hi, Trucy. A school festival? Why didn't you take me with you? Oh, only Mr. Wright was officially invited. Apollo and I were just tagging along, but we are lawyers after all. Well, my magic act would have made a great warm-up for the mock trial. They'd have seen how even the most crucial evidence could vanish in the blink of an eye. That's probably precisely why Mr. Wright didn't invite you. Hey, Frexel! Welcome to the stream, it's good to see ya. I saw that you followed recently, thank you so much. I appreciate ya. Welcome to the Phoenix Wright Ace Attorneys. Athena, don't you have the Write Anything agency has about run its course? What do you mean? Isn't it obvious? It's time for the Write Anything Academy. And you, Athena, I want you to be the head of our psychology department. Oh, what other departments will we have? Well, I'll be the head of the magic department, and we'll have the Cords of Steel department and a bluffing department. But then who'll be head of the toilet cleaning department? Wah wah. Oh, we can't examine Charlie again. Darn it. Alright, to the hallway we go. Do you guys in school, whoever's in school right now, do you ever have school festivals? Justitia's Diner, Culpable Curry, Art Exhibit, Guilty Dogs, School Festival. Ah, Mr. Wright. I hear they arrested your friend Juniper. Yeah, Detective Fulbright just took her in. I refuse to believe that one of our students is capable of murder. We must prove her innocence by any means necessary. The end justifies the means. What do you mean, the end justifies the means? I, Professor Means, always say what I mean, and mean what I say, by all means. Here at our esteemed academy, we train our students to produce meaningful results. You believe in Juniper's innocence, do you not? Of course I do. Junie wouldn't even hurt a fly. No festivals? It's normally a Japan thing. Ah! Precisely. We have justice on our side. The only other thing we need are results. It is the height of folly to endanger your client by failing to pursue all means possible. Sure I want to prove her innocence, but I don't like the sound of that the end justifies the means part. Well, you are still young and idealistic. It's no wonder you fail to see the wisdom therein. There is but one thing to do now. I must personally take up Juniper's defense. You're going to take your case, Professor Means? I may be a professor, but I am still licensed to practice law. In fact, I even have battled Professor Court in court. No kidding? So you guys were rivals or something? No, nothing of the sort. She was an esteemed colleague at the academy and in court. You see, both Professor Court and I graduated from this academy at the top of our class. Wow, I bet they both used to really bring it. Now, if you would excuse me, I had best go discuss the case with Juniper. Professor Means, please wait. I didn't want to say anything, but Apollo and I already agreed to take her case. It's true. Juniper is counting on us to prove her innocence. Really now? You too? And when were you planning on telling me? Sorry, boss. I know we should have asked you first, but... Relax. Your friend was just hauled away in front of your eyes. Sometimes you just have to make snap decisions, and I think you made the right one. How wonderful. Very well, Athena Sykes. Let me ask you just one thing. As a lawyer, what is it that you treasure beyond all else? That's an easy one, Professor. Seeking justice for my clients. What a wonderful answer. Juniper must be overjoyed to have a friend such as you. As a professor, I too shall do whatever I may to help her. And if you decide to take the end justifies the means strategy, come see me at once. Let's hope it never comes to that. Now, if you would excuse me. What a strange guy. Well, time's a-wasting. You better start investigating and fast. But first, how about I tell you everything I know so far? Yes, please. Have you learned anything new about the case? Actually, I ran into Prosecutor Gavin, and he told me something interesting. Seems the murder took place in the art room. There's traces of a large pool of blood there. So the police believe the body was moved from there to the stage. What? Really? Just like the mock trial again? The police are searching the art room. But whether they'll find anything? Well, what? Come to think of it. Let's do our own crime scene investigation before it gets too crowded around here. Huh? Are we even allowed to do that? It's no big deal, as long as we leave it exactly like we found it. Plus... No, never mind. Now, where was I again? But there's really no need to talk about it right here, right now. I want you two to find out for yourselves. What are the rumors? So, were you shocked by your conversation with Professor Means? Oh, I guess so. Actually, that was pretty shocking. The Dark Age of the Law. I'm sure you've heard those words before. Sure, a number of times. Prosecutors file false charges and lawyers fight back by fabricating evidence. There's a lot of that going around these days. But the question is, how is it related to the case at hand? Training students to produce results. That is the school's policy. Well, that in and of itself isn't a bad thing. Right. As long as those results come by fair and honest means. Oh, but what was it that Professor Means said? The end justifies the means? Ooh. To survive the Dark Age of the Law, you must use any means necessary. Fabrication of evidence, and false charges are unavoidable in the quest for results. That's what they're preaching here at Themis Legal Academy. But what'll happen to our legal system if results are all that matter anymore? Relax, it's just a rumor. I'd take it with a grain of salt if I were you. Oh, that's a relief. He had me going there for a minute. Wait a second, what did Mr. Wright examine the victim's body for a reason? Maybe he was worried someone might actually tamper with the evidence. I think that about wraps it up for what I know so far. The fact that this case closely resembles Mr. Woods' script is obviously important. Knowing that, you should probably try and identify what's the same and what's different. Okay, I'll try talking to as many people as I can on campus. Alright. I guess we'll go to the stage, and then to the maintenance later on. I have to read a book for school, so you'll be listening. By the way, Angel Love, we're in school right now. This case is taking place at a legal high school. So you're back in school, Angel Love! Woo! I thought the area was cordoned off. Hey, the police are discussing something over there. Oh, I know. I'll just quietly sneak over for a listen. Here goes. Ah, Athena, watch where you're... Oh. Eek! Hands off, the box says. What book are you reading, by the way, Angel Love? Ouch. Who put this stupid box here? Wait. Eek! Apollo, this box, there's... What now? That there's someone or sculpt something inside. Don't let it be a snake. Sis. Huh? You morons just blew my cover. What the? There's really is someone inside. Sis. That someone is me, Miriam Scuttlebutt. And I'm a senior in the judge course. What's with the box? Sis, it's the fate of we who live in the shadows. There's a very good reason why none may see my face by the light of day. It's called Everything Sad is Untrue. Interesting. Is it good? Or interesting? Whatsoever. Wait, if you're taking the judge course, did you write a mock trial script too? Sis, you really want to see my script that bad? Well, you better watch out. Read it without my permission, and you'll wish you hadn't. Who cares? I'm sure it was rejected for a good reason. So who the heck is this guy? Or girl, rather? Miriam Scuttlebutt. What's the scuttlebutt, guys? Oh, you must be studying to be a judge too. You must be classmates with Juniper. It's confusing and a true story. That's cool. I hope you like it and get through it good. Are you a friend of hers? Juniper? Sis, sure. She's my friend. That's why I'm gathering info. Now, tell me all you know. You know, for tomorrow's trial. For tomorrow's trial? What are you talking about? Sis, I'm going to take the stand, naturally. So, the witness for the prosecution is some weirdo in a cardboard box? Kek, this disguise is how I get my scoops. But you're right, it's me. So tell me everything you know for Juniper's sake. Wait a second, Miriam. Repeat what you just said. A lawyer with brains as bad as his ears. Poor Juniper. I'm taking the stand tomorrow. Tell me everything you know for Juniper's sake. Clear enough for you this time? Oh? I thought so. Athena, my bracelet's reacting. Really? That means a lie already? That was quick. Well, we have a lie already. Hand, maybe? I'm taking the stand tomorrow. Tell me everything you know. Let me look at both fingers. Gotcha! I did not mean to do that. Miriam, your unease is betrayed by a little habit of yours. Sis, think you can see through me with your silly little guesses? You're wasting your time. My box is impenetrable. Nobody sees the real me. Gah, I blew that one. You're completely boxed in now, Miriam. And Apollo's power is like a cutter box with X-ray vision. Prepare to be exposed. Don't exaggerate, Athena. I'm a lawyer, not a superhero. Something tells me it's the fingers. The fingers. No! I'm taking the stand tomorrow. Tell me everything you know. No. For Juniper's sake. Aha. Gotcha! That's strange. You suddenly tightened your grip when you said, for Juniper's sake. It's like you subconsciously tensed up because you're lying. Kek, what are you talking about? When did I ever lie? Okay then, let me ask you this. Why were you selected as a witness? Sis, that's an easy one. I'm the editor-in-chief of the Themis Herald. I know everything there is to know about campus, even the darkest of secrets. Editor-in-chief, huh? Pretty impressive. Sis, yeah, well, it's a lonely one-woman operation. I do it all myself, from reporting to editing to publishing. Still impressed? I'm a perfect storm for journalism because I bring it all to the table. Sis. And this is the evidence here. An extra edition of the Themis Herald, published to coincide with the mock trial. Thanks, Miriam. You've revealed who you truly are. Objection. Mock's trial and unceremonious cancellation. Is there, like, pink? Or not pink, there's, like, green stuff on his hand there. What's going on here, huh? You revealed who you truly are. Someone who's never had Junie's best interest in mind. What? Are you questioning our friendship? Look, you may want answers, but no can do, because what you're saying conflicts with this piece of testimony, or evidence, rather. Barnaba? Sis, you just gave me an idea for an extra edition headline. Extra. Juniper Woods headed for conviction. Scatterbrained attorney to blame. Scatterbrained? If I'm wrong, just say so. There's nothing iffy about it. You're way wrong. Scatterbrain. Sis. Out with it. Tell me everything you know for Juniper's sake. No can do because the paper?
Take that!
That's the Themis Herald, the paper I publish. What about it? Are you really that dense? This article is full of malicious lies about Junie. It's definitely not something a true friend of hers would write. Kek, you got it all wrong. Another staff member wrote that one. I don't think so, Miriam. You even said it yourself just a moment ago. It's a one-woman operation, or did you forget already?
Cat. If you'd just given me the info, you'd have... Stupid pawn. Juniper's just using you.
So, chat friends, what do you think of this person? This strange box person? Now, I want the truth, Miriam. You hide in your box in order to collect gossip for your sleazy paper, isn't that right? You're not really friends with Juniper, are you? Sis. No, duh. She's the target of my scoops, and my readers demand dirt. He's, interesting. This is a girl, actually. Mafia. She is a she. Believe it or not. Extra, the dirty little secret of the squeaky clean student council president. Dirty little secret? Alright, what are you planning to say in court, huh? I'm a witness to her part in the crime. I'm going to tell it all in a shocking expose. The end justifies the means. That's my brand of tell-all journalism. The end justifies the means. Wait a second. It's all good. In this dark age of law, many of us embrace Professor Means' methods, even future judges. I'm even adopted as an end justifies the means brand of journalism, which includes tape recorders secretly hidden all over our campus. Secretly recording every last word without anyone being any the wiser. Doesn't she realize that's totally illegal? And one of them was the scene of the crime, the art room. You put a tape recorder in the art room? What did it record? Sis, you wanna know? You really wanna know? Yes, please. That's so nice of you to... Sis, like I'd really tell you now. The big scoop comes out in court tomorrow. Tisk, you're so mean, Miriam. According to my evidence, a fatal fissure has opened between the three of them. Who? Junie, Hugh, and Robin? And what do you mean by fatal fissure? Yeah, what's going on here? Juniper, Hugh, and Robin used to be the best of friends. Used to be? They still seem to get along fine to me. I did sense some discord, though. Sis, you don't know anything. Professor Means has his followers, and Professor Court had hers. Their influence is inescapable. Are you implying that one of them adheres to that extreme idea you and Professor Means have? But why would anyone follow that philosophy? Sis, how could you possibly understand? You're new around here. Miriam, wouldn't you feel better if you came out of the dark and into the light? Sis, I can see fine in here. You'll be the one seeing the light in court tomorrow. Then you'll realize how guilty Juniper Woods really is. Sis. We're going to have to cross-examine her tomorrow, but I don't know where to start. Well, let's at least take care of whatever we can today. You're right. Let's see what we can find out. Oh my gosh. She's gonna be a weird one, guys. A weird witness. Now, where are we? So this is the maintenance area. Let's see. During the mock trial, Prosecutor Gavin said, that the art room is right above here on the 3rd floor. And that the body was dropped from there, onto a high jump mat from the storehouse. Right, and then he claimed the body was transported to the stage in a ball cart. And then, there's someone else here. Hey, it's Robin. Whoa, you scared the crud out of me. Yikes, really, right back at you. So, what are you doing out here? I'm working out so that I can become strong enough to save Juniper. Time to interrogate a box. Now it's time to interrogate a strong boy. But I'm so worked up. My training brace is almost breaking at the seams. Oh right, the girl you got arrested, so you're psyching yourself up to rescue her. Yes, because I'm the manliest of manly men. That's why I work out with my manly brace. Except that I hear some discord in that manliest of men's voice of yours. I don't mean to be rude, but can't you talk without shouting? Sorry, I'll try not to shout so much, if at all possible, that is. Which is not at all possible, by the sound of it. So, do you mind if I ask you some questions as Junie's lawyer? No problem. Ask away. And keep 'em coming, man. Ouch. My ears ache already. What do you think of this guy? This strange brace muscle person? Robin, could you tell me a little more about yourself? You want to know about me? I'm a second-rate member of the Fine Arts Club. The Fine Arts Club? Looks like broken pottery or plaster. Maybe this is the source of that noise we heard. There were supposedly 2 statues on this stage. You love him. He's cool. I seem to recall hearing that a co-ed from the Fine Art Club had made them. 2 big banners and a pair of wicked statues. This is just an illustration, but it's not half bad. Wicked statues? Wait, are these supposed to be you and Mr. Wright? Bingo, Fraulein. And they were so big and magnificent too. What a terrible waste. Say, did you create those stage statues by any chance? You bet I did. Both of them. Put my blood, sweat, and tears into those things, man. Must have been terrible seeing them all smashed up like that. Nah, I couldn't face Professor Court if I let something like that get me down. What do you mean? Professor Court was the Fine Arts Club advisor. She was all about truth and beauty, man. She always said the only good result is the truth. That and only lawyers who seek the truth through legitimate means produce worthwhile results. Yes, I'm totally on your guys' side. She must have been an incredible woman. Yeesh, and you call me loud when I practice my chords of steel? About the murder. Oh man, why'd I have to take the prosecutor course? I mean, how am I supposed to save Juniper from studying to be a prosecutor? Don't worry, I'll clear Junie's name, you'll see. 3 of us had a dream. We swore we'd make it happen together. Prosecutor, lawyer, judge, the 3 of us would hold fair and honest trials. The dark age of the law? Ha! We were gonna put a nail in its coffin, man! Wow, you guys swore to do that? But no! That stupid school rule had to ruin it! School rule? Which one? Anyone with a prior conviction, no matter how minor the offense, they won't be allowed to graduate from this stupid, holier-than-thou school! A tough legal academy with even tougher rules. Junie will never become a judge unless I can prove her innocence. And if I fail, the 3 of them will never realize their dream. It's like someone put pressure on my pressure. That's not good. This will present some things. Whoa, deja vu, man. It's like I can almost taste my near victory again. But no, the final showdown was canceled because of that murder. This topic sure seems to strike a raw nerve. I hope it doesn't come between you guys. You kidding? Our friendship, it's like a diamond, only tougher. It's like a powder keg before a spark. It's like the calm before the storm. In other words, it's under a lot of pressure and ready to blow up at any moment. Moment? I love how he is just breaking things over and over again. Whoa, deja vu, man. Whoa, did you make that? Let me fire it in the kiln for you. Just give it to me and I'll take care of the rest. I think I'll pass on the kiln firing this time. Phew, dodged a bullet there. Ah, that paper. So, Robin, is this article true? The author of that article has been gunning for the 3 of us for some reason. It's been nothing but trashy articles like this as long as I can remember. He's so crazy. He's very intense. He's gonna be a crazy prosecutor when he's older. Maybe the author just wants your attention. No way, man. The venom in those articles is way beyond that. I wonder. Whoa, did you make that? Fight in the kiln or whatever. Whoa, did you make that? Ah! Whoa, check out your badge. What do you think? Nice and shiny, huh? Yeah, it's awesome. If the plating ever starts to peel or it gets all bent up, let me fix it up for you. Really? Thanks. No problemo. I'll have some primo clay and glaze at the ready, just in case. Wait, what does clay have to do with my badge? Gonna make a fake badge there. Guess we've done everything here, huh? Guess we'll show her some more things.
Sis, if you want to give me a present, slip it through a hole in my box. Or if it's too big, you can open the top and give it that way. So which way is it gonna be? Sis.
Either way creeps me out.
My script was way more popular than Juniper's.
Really? Well, what was the majorly opinion?
Yep, my behind-the-scenes maneuvers and threats and deceptions work like a charm.
Miriam, this may come as a surprise to you, but that's called cheating.
Sis, says you. I didn't break the law. Besides, the end justifies the means. That's what they teach us here.
Apparently, some people are already thriving in the dark age of the law.
Well... Sis, I love this newspaper. The paper quality, the printing method, the smell of the ink. Could it be more perfect?
Is it really that amazing?
Nah, you just don't get it, do you? Toilet paper, hamster cage lining, window wiper. My paper is so awesomely versatile.
Am I to understand that the contents run the entire spectrum of fecal matter as well? Ew. Yep. Nothing new here. So who do you think is the murderer this time around, guys? Out of all the people that we've seen so far? Who could it be this time? Is it Prosecutor Gavin? Look, there's Hugh. Hey, Hugh! Oh, it's you two. Do you want something? Did you find anything? You said you were going to do some investigating of your own. Nope, nothing yet. I'm afraid it's not looking very good for Juniper. You don't really think Juniper could have done something like this, do you? Only the author and the victim knew the contents of the script. Both the stage and the art room were in the exact same state as described therein. Nobody can mimic the crime like that unless they already read the script or wrote it. But, look, Professor Means is better able to handle this than you two, so just leave it to him. There it is again. I'm picking up some discord in Hughes' voice. Hey, Hiyori! What's up? Welcome to the stream. Hugh, would you mind telling me a little bit about yourself? Heh, whatever. I'm 6'1", and under this uniform, I'm 100% lean muscle. My grades are outstanding, and I'm the ace of the archery club. Needless to say, I never miss my mark. Oh, and I'm incredibly humble, too. How can you even say that with a straight face? Those around me call me a genius, but I pay them no mind. When it comes to tests, I always get 100%, so I suppose it's only natural for them to say I'm a genius. But, as I said before, I pay them no mind. I heard you the first time. But what about the mock trial? It sounded like you were about to lose to Robin. Heh, there's a very good reason for that. You see, right before the mock trial started, I saw the body. You saw the body? Right, and I was so distraught that I basically handed Robin a victory. Hugh, would you mind telling us a little more about that? Discovering the body. Life is pretty good, thanks. We have a brand new case to get through, Hiyori, and a lot of prime suspects. A lot of people that we can accuse as the murderer. Right before the mock trial, the campus was empty. Everyone was here in the lecture hall. Your attention, please. This is an announcement from the mock trial committee. The mock trial will begin shortly. All students and faculty, please proceed at once to the lecture hall. Stars Over Hyrule did it? I should have known. Gosh darn it. I thought Angel Babe was gonna say, Angel Love was gonna say she did it too. Oh my goodness. That's right, there was an announcement and then everyone came in here.
The only exceptions were the mock trial participants. Juniper, Robin, and I were in our personal dressing rooms next door. Wow, your own personal dressing rooms? That's total VIP treatment. Actually, they're for student-teacher meetings. They don't even have windows. The other two waited patiently in their rooms, but that's not my style. So I headed over to the archery range on the other side of the quad. I did some meditation while I waited. That's the best way to relax. Then just before the mock trial was to start, I headed back to toward the main building. As I walked across the quad, I passed in front of the stage. So that's when you saw the body? It was you. Oh, Angel Love, it was you again too. Did you two work together? Or you're a red herring? Are all of us red herrings, maybe? Thought we were at the end of the game? Nope. Oh, not at all. Not even close, Hiyori. Right. It was quite a shock. As much as I hate to admit it, my legs were shaking. I could have easily beaten Robin if it hadn't been for that. Wait, hold it right there. You went through with the mock trial even though you had just discovered a body? Why didn't you tell anyone? I mean, we're talking about someone getting killed here. I think I know why. Was it because of this? Where'd you get that? So this article in the Themis Herald is true. The winner of the mock trial would get to make his confession to Junie. Right, but if I reported the body I found, the whole thing would be called off. You really wanted to win that bad? Bad enough to ignore a dead body? Sorry, but that's not normal. Or could their love for Junie really be that strong? Pretty suspicious. Thanks for sharing the important piece of information with us. It may prove useful at tomorrow's trial. Good, because that's all I have to say about the matter. Thanks, and don't worry, we'll prove Juniper's innocence. You'll see. Heh, I can't say you two inspire much confidence. Okay, Athena, what's next? Well, I think I've talked to everyone who is somehow linked to the case. Okay, maybe it's about time we wrapped up our investigation. Oh, wait, you haven't met with Junie yet. Yeah, you're right. Let's head over to the detention center. How strange. How strange indeed. But yeah, who do you think it is, guys? If you all had to guess right now, out of all of the people that we've seen so far, who do you think is the one? Here's our list of people. It's Gavin. It has to be Gavin. You think it's the box person? Who do you think, Mafia Babe? It could be Trucy. It might be Trucy Wright. If you think about it, it makes the most sense. Whoops. Wrong place. Trucy, was it you? You don't know it could be anyone? Could be anyone this time. Athena. Well, it can't be Juniper, of course. Athena, thank you so much for coming. She called me Athena, like she used to. Maybe she's finally letting her guard down. Maybe she's chilling, finally. Junie, the crime's unfolding exactly like your script. Any idea what's going on here? You wanted to make it fair, so the script was kept secret until the day of the mock trial. And the only people who knew the details were Professor Court and I. Nothing we haven't heard already so far. However, yes? What is it, Junie? Well, there was this one article in the school paper. You mean this one? It's more like a tabloid piece than an newspaper article, if you ask me. Yeah, could be anyone. It might even be the guard back there. I've been worried that the trial would wreck the friendship between Robin, Hugh, and me. She wants to stay friends, but both of the guys are hoping to take it to the next level. Oh, the passion of high school drama. Wish I could have experienced it. And I know I shouldn't have, but I revised the scripts to favor the prosecution, but Professor Court noticed it immediately and changed it back. So if Robin had won, Hugh wouldn't have been able to confess his love to Junie. That would have kept the trio's relationship the same. Never knew Junie could be so devious. Sorry, I guess my personal problems probably won't be of any help in court, huh?
I think it's not wood.
I don't think it's wood either. Probably not Juniper Woods. Or Apollo. I don't think it's Apollo Justice either. You never know. Help often comes from the most unexpected places. Thanks, Juniper. The owl. I was wondering about that owl you had on you when you were arrested. Detective Philip, we found this in the suspect's pocket. Well, why, there's blood on this. That's evidence we made for the mock trial. A mock trial? Never heard of such a thing, but it sounds fishy to me. Real fishy. It was the murder weapon from the mock trial. It could be Apollo, though. You never know. It could be. Then he would be arrested, and then how would we continue Apollo Justice's trilogy? How would that be possible? Professor Court and I were prepping it in the art room until the day before the trial. I didn't even realize I still had it on me until I was arrested. Then we've nothing to worry about. There shouldn't be any way to link it to the crime. Still, that blood-red color on the owl bothers me. Wasn't it just paint or something? I mean, I was looking at it from pretty far away, but it probably was just paint, but that's what bothers me. It wasn't on the owl when we were prepping it yesterday. It wasn't? Then how and when did it get there? Well, before the mock trial began, I showed Thena and Mr. Wright to the waiting room. Then I went back to my dressing room to get the trial props we were going to use. That's when I found the art room key and the owl with what looked like blood on it. A key? And the owl? Professor Court normally has the art room key since she's in the fine arts. She's the fine arts club advisor. And since that key was there in the dressing room, I thought she was the one who had painted the owl to look like it had blood on it. After all, she always insisted that the props should be realistic. So, plot twist, Athena is the new Apollo. Athena Justice Sykes. Attorney at large or something. The owl suddenly showed up on the day of the trial with what looked like blood on it. I have a really bad feeling about this. Me too. Let's not jump the gun on this. Mock trial prep work. You and Professor Court were busy preparing for the mock trial together yesterday, right? Was that the last time you saw her? Yes, I left school at around 6 p.m. Did you notice anything different about her? No, I didn't notice anything out of the ordinary. She looked and acted the same as always. I would have never guessed she'd end up like this. It looked like we're about out of time. Thank you for coming to see me. We'll do everything that we can to prove you innocent tomorrow. I know, and I believe in you. Thena. Well, I should go now. Bye. Is she gonna be alright? She's like a shadow of the girl we met back at the academy. The Junie I knew was always like that, a little weak and sickly. But the fact that she's lifted her facade shows she trusts us. Even still, what is it? Well, when Junie and her two friends were talking about their friendship, I sensed some discord in their hearts. Seriously? Yeah, but it was really faint. I might have been mistaken. There's no reason to doubt their friendship. Is there? Is there? Don't worry, everything will be fine. You and Juniper are friends, right? You know that friend I mentioned to you earlier? Well, get this. Whenever something's troubling one of us, the other can just feel it. That's real friendship. I suppose you're right. Might as well forget about that and concentrate on the trial. Yep, tomorrow's the big day. Let's sort out what we know so far. Okay. The victim, Professor Constant Court, was murdered in the art room on the 3rd floor. Then her body was moved to the outdoor stage in the quad. And also the location where we found the body was just as the mock trial script described. I wish those were the only similarities they shared. What do you mean? What I mean is the script and this case are exactly the same in almost every respect. So it follows that the actual trial may very well unfold just like the mock trial did. Oh no! The mock trial ended right before the prosecution was about to win. Oh, that's not gonna happen.
This time Junie will be declared not guilty. You're done reading for now? Welcome back to the stream then. Hopefully your book was good. Of course, I intend to get our results the honest way. We can do this, we'll be fine. After all, I have Apollo and he's the king of being fine. Woo! Well, guys, it's everyone's favorite time of the stream again. The time where I update you all on what Disney movie I watched last night. Last night's Disney movie was kind of a strange one. It was one I never saw before, about three brothers from, I want to say Alaska. And yeah, three brothers, and the youngest brother turns into a bear for some reason, and he has like a little bro bear cub with him. Yep, it's Brother Bear. Never saw that movie before. It was alright. It was pretty good. There was something really weird though. At the start of the movie and for a while, the aspect ratio was like tiny for some reason. And then when the younger brother turned into a bear, it like extended. Like why? Well, why did the movie do that? I'm so confused. But yeah, it was good. There were some things that I was like afraid of, like, is one of the brothers gonna die? Oh. Wait, did the younger brother kill the little bear cub's mama? Oh. Crap. But yeah, it was pretty good. I haven't seen it in ages, so you all watched it. I've never seen it before. It was alright. I don't have that nostalgia for it. But there were outtakes too, and in one of the outtakes, Stitch made a cameo. Gotta love it. But that was my movie last night, guys. It's court time! My butterflies have butterflies in their stomach. So, what's it like to have your very own case for the first time? My heart hasn't raced this fast since I ran the full marathon last year. If it keeps up, you might get a lawyer's high. You know, like a runner's high. Relax, everyone's nervous their first time. So my fears weren't unfounded. After all, today's prosecutor is so terribly brutal, and willing to use any means necessary to win a conviction. There's that end justifies the means concept again. Now that it has come to this, we have no choice but to fight fire with fire. The end justifies the means. I wish he'd stop saying that. That's your method, Professor. I'm going to defend Juniper in my own way. But Miss Sykes, just yesterday you told me. As a lawyer, what is it that you treasure beyond all else? That's an easy one, Professor. Seeking justice for my clients. But if this trial proceeds in the same manner and ends in the same way as the mock trial, wouldn't you not lose everything you've worked so hard to gain? Well, I just have to make sure that doesn't happen then, won't I? My, but aren't you a stubborn one? Well, I suppose you will have to learn of your own inefficiency the hard way. Grrr. Forgive me, Professor Means, but can we just leave it at that? Oh dear, please forgive me. It's just I wish to protect Juniper by any means I can. I do too, but now if you would excuse me. Thanks to him, I'm feeling even more pressure than before. Let it get to you, Athena, and don't forget to keep smiling. I'll be fine, and I haven't forgotten what Mr. Wright said. The worst of times are when lawyers have to force their biggest smiles. The trial is about to begin. I'll show you to the courtroom, if you please. Apollo, I'm counting on you to support Athena this time. Okay, Mr. Wright, leave it to me. That's right, I have Apollo to back me up. Junie's fate rests in my hands. I won't rest until she walks free. Here we go again. Excuse me. Court is now in session. All rise. court is now in session for the trial of Juniper Woods. Athena Sykes, defense team leader, is ready, Your Honor. That didn't sound very confident. You sure you're okay? I'll be fine. Your baldness. I know. As usual, you want me to deliver the opening statement. This case is crystal clear. I see no need to explain it any further. Now, summon the witness. Is there something the matter? Please do share your baldness. Whatever gave you that idea? Bailiff, please call our first witness. And now we don't even get an opening statement? Oh, hi. Detective Fulbright. He and Prosecutor Blackwell have become quite the team. Oh, right. The case brief. Leave it to me. Yes, let the detective in charge, everyone's favorite friend of justice, explain. What was that just now? It's like he and Blackwell are totally in sync. Well, I don't think they're capable of mind melding, if that's what you're thinking. All right, Detective Fulbright, would you please explain the case to the court? Professor Court's body was discovered on October 24th at approximately 2:30 p.m. She was murdered with this owl I have here. The victim's blood and the defendant's prints were both discovered on it. Eek! Estimated time of death between 6 and 8. Oh dear. Blood loss from a steep stab wound in the victim's side. He's not a friend of Apollo Justice. Or Athena. Yeah, he's working with the prosecution. Just like Detective Gumshoe and Edgeworth. Wow, that bird can deliver evidence too. Blackwell has trained him well. Maybe Blackwell should train it not to mess up people's hair while he's at it. Moving right along, the body was discovered on the outdoor stage, although no blood was found there. However, we detected traces of a massive amount of blood in the third-floor art room. In short, the murder took place in the art room. So then the body had been moved from the art room to the stage? Precisely, and there is one more piece of irrefutable evidence. A recording made by a tape recorder that a school paper reporter hid in the art room. It captured a female voice screaming, "You're a goner!" What's this? You have such a recording? You miss Gumshoe? I know. Sadly, he's part of the old trilogy. Must be from that tape recorder Miriam mentioned. But why is this the first we've heard of a death threat at the moment of a murder? Shh! Silence, please. I would like to play the tape for you now. You're a goner! It is quite hard to hear. But the voice does sound female. A woman shouting you're a goner. That would be not allowed, no surprise evidence. No surprise evidence. I wonder if that's true. Oh man. The noise and low volume of the voice have made voice print analysis all but impossible. That you haven't identified the voice as belonging to the defendant. Not so fast. After all, voice print analysis isn't everything. The victim was killed at night, then discovered in the afternoon the next day. The question is, when was the body moved? Oh, I know. It could have been moved in the middle of the night when no one was around. Sorry, but no. The campus was full of students that morning, however, no one reported seeing a body. That means the body was moved sometime before the mock trial when all the students and faculty were gathered in the lecture hall and the rest of the campus was empty. It was, during the time Hugh O'Connor, one of the mock trial participants, found the body. So the prosecution heard about Hugh seeing the body. Wait one moment. If all of the students and the faculty were gathered in the lecture hall, then there wouldn't be anyone who could have moved the body. Have no fear, for there is always an exception. An exception? The 3 mock trial participants were standing by in individual dressing rooms. They were the only ones who had free access to the deserted campus before the mock trial. What? Then that would mean... What would that mean?
The 3 students were the only ones who could have moved the body. In justice we trust. In the U.S., you have to submit the evidence in advance. What about in Japan, though? That's the real question. In the Japanese. But then again, this is America in this area, this place here. Who knows? I don't like where this is headed, Athena. Me neither. And by those 3, I mean Hugh O'Connor, Robin Newman, and Juniper Woods. I knew it. Please, Detective Fulbright, don't say what I think you're about to say. In justice we trust. I take it everyone understands now. The voice believed to be that of the murderer was female, and out of the 3 people who could have moved the body, just 1 is a girl. That leaves the defendant Juniper Woods as the only possibility. No! Impressive. He has you on the ropes even before any cross-examinations. You could at least pretend to be upset for me. A splendid job, Fulbright. That could not be any clearer. Feel free to anticipate a salary raise next month. Ha 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 ha. I don't do this for the money. It's all about justice. In justice we trust. Not only a half-wit, but a perennial stick in the mud you are. I guess neither the carrot nor the stick works on Detective Fulbright. Think it's the same in Japan? Ah. Well, then again, this prosecutor is also a convict, a murderer of his own, but he's also here for some reason. Now, bailiff, please bring our next witness to the stand. Sleepy time? Aw, bye, Stars Over Hyrule. I'll see you later. I'll let you know how the mission or whatever with Miss Scuttlebutt goes. Bye. So, our first witness is a cardboard box? Cack. Stealth mode deactivated. Oh my, the box has hands. Smile, Your Honor. She'd make a good One Piece character. What the dickens? I just had my picture taken. Miriam Scuttlebutt, senior at the Legal Academy. I'm a reporter on the judge course. Juniper's been a bad girl. I'll tell you all about her crime. Might I ask whether you could come out of that box? How will I get any more scoops if I blow my cover? So the answer is no. After all, covert action is an undercover reporter's bread and butter. But testimony from a faceless witness is highly irregular. A former ninja I met in the clink said that exposing those who work in the shadows is to pass the death sentence upon them. Oh my, I had never thought of it that way. Very well, if it would spare a life, I'll make a special exception this time. A former ninja in prison? Holy Shinto, how can a judge believe this load of crock? Now your testimony, please. Oh, but take care not to reveal your face. And here we go. The similarity of the case in the script. The murder happened exactly like Juniper's mock trial script. Up until the mock trial began, only Professor Court and Juniper knew the script's content. But Professor Court's sudden decision not to use the script sparked Juniper's murderous rage. Juniper had to be the killer, she had a motive, and the murder is just like your script. The murder is just like your script? Could such a thing be true? Compare her script with the murder case and the crime scene photos, then you'll see. This is so simple, even an ape posing as a decrepit old judge could understand. Only the victim and the defendant were privy to the script, ergo the defendant is the killer. Furthermore, in the art room where the crime supposedly occurred, this witness's script, along with an envelope on which "use" was found. This proves that the accused's script had been rejected the day before the mock trial. She pressed the victim to use her script, an argument ensued, and then the fatal stabbing. Gulp, that makes perfect sense. What now? Prosecutor Blackwell has all his ducks lined up in a row. He's really on a roll now. He's like a pit bull once he sinks his teeth into you. How dare she? My script had it all. A bum rap and phony evidence, grudges and betrayals. I trust the defense is ready to cross-examine this witness? No problem. I mean, yes, I'm ready. I think. Time to find a hole in her testimony and unbox the truth. I've seen it done over and over. I know I can do this. Can she do it, though? Can she do this for the first time? The murder happened exactly like Juniper mock trial script.
Hold it!
There must be places where the script and the case diverge. Cack, don't sweat the details. That kind of stress will give you wrinkles. How many punches can this box take, do you think, guys?
Objection!
I'm not worried. My skin is as fair as silk.
Objection!
Indeed, you are quite fair. Fairly desperate.
Objection!
What did you just say? Blackwell really turned that one around on you. Whose side are you on? Hurry up and think of a clever comeback. Whoa, easy there, Athena. Now you listen to me. The two cases do indeed have their differences. For one, the stage hadn't yet been erected in the mock trial script. And in the actual case, there were signs indicating the victim's wrist had been bound. But such differences pale in comparison to the host of similarities. In any event, replicating the crime without knowledge of the script is an impossibility. Looks like I won't be passing this one off as a coincidence. Sis, what a total burn. Try again, why don't you, pawn of woods? Up until the mock trial began, only Professor Court and Juniper knew the script's content.
Hold it!
Somebody could have stolen a peek beforehand? Sis, I don't think so. I mean, I've tried any number of times. Shame on you, Miriam. But that crafty she-devil Juniper has eyes in the back of her head. What chances does your average person have if an undercover reporter like me failed? Interesting point. Still, Miss Scuttlebutt, won't you get in trouble later for admitting to such underhanded tactics? Why, you! I plead entrapment! How is your blurting out your own crime entrapment? Cack. But you haven't snooped me yet. They were all set to use Juniper's script. But Professor Court's sudden decision not to use the script sparked Juniper's murderous rage.
Hold it!
How do you know that Professor Court wasn't going to use her script? There in the art room where the heinous crime took place, an envelope marked Use and Miriam Scuttlebutt's script were found. Evidently, the script that was going to be used belonged to the girl in the box over there. Sis, it's only natural that my script would be accepted and hers rejected. I introduced all sorts of brand new concepts, including bribery and fake evidence. It was a cutting-edge script portraying a courtroom battle in the dark age of the law. I can't help but feel Professor Court went out of her way not to use it. But Juniper, she used some devious, underhanded tactics to get her script chosen. That's why her script, and not my masterpiece, was used in the mock trial. How's that for an explanation? Juniper had to be the killer. She had a motive, and the murder is just like her script.
Hold it!
Anyone who saw the mock trial could have recreated the crime. After they saw the mock trial, they could have easily staged the body just like the script.
Objection!
Where is the trial, which pits Hawk against Canary?
Objection!
Whoa, what did you just say? If he's so wary, he should try humping less. I bet that saves some energy. This is no time for jokes, Apollo. He just called me a canary. Don't let him get to you. At least canaries pick up on the things quickly, just like you. I shan't repeat myself, so listen carefully, Sykes Dono. Hugh O'Connor discovered the body before the mock trial even began. How could one stage the body as it is in the script before anyone knew its contents? Gah, that's right.
Do you even fathom the intricacies that go into staging a crime scene? No, I think not. You have the rudimentary mind of an elementary school child.
Elementary school? Reporter's testimony throws attorney Athena Sykes for loop. The perfect caption.
How marvelous. A photo in the newspaper is just the thing to boost your brand. In a school paper? Seriously? I believe you pressed the witness more than enough, Miss Sykes. Now do you see how clear-cut my case is? Take it now, and in that fair, desperate mind of yours, etch it deep until you may never forget. No! No! Even my arguments get thrown back in my face. It wasn't supposed to be like this. What am I going to do? Athena, you should just about have all the answers you've been looking for now. Huh? Think about it this way. If the killer knew the details of the mock trial, would they really commit the crime in the exact same way? I don't follow. Try to place yourself in the killer's shoes. I bet you discover an inconsistency if you do.
Ah! I get it. Thanks, Apollo. Miss Scuttlebutt, just so we're clear, you're claiming that the killer intentionally made the crime scene to look just as it was in the script, and that it was beyond the shadow of a doubt not a coincidence. Is that correct? No, duh. After all, it's just more evidence of Juniper's evil she-devil ways.
Cack. What'd I say? Our client made the crime scene look just like the script, something known only to her. That would not be just foolhardy, but completely irrational. Well, what do you mean? Yes, Miss Sykes, please tell this court what you mean by irrational. It wouldn't make any sense for Junie to mimic her own script on purpose to make it because it would. Hey, Captain Chips, finally you're here. What the frack is that? That would be a cardboard box. Alright, here's the case, Captain Chips. There's a murder at a legal school. The murder person who died was Constance Court. She's the dead person. The suspect, the person we're defending, is Juniper Woods, the person from the first case. What do we got? We got Apollo Justice, Phoenix Wright, Chusi Wright. We have Aristotle Means, a lawyer. He's a professor. We have a friend of Junie, Hugh O'Connor. We have another friend, Robin Newman. He's a up-and-coming defense attorney student. He's a prosecutor student. We have Bobby Fulbright, obviously. Simon Blackwell is the prosecutor. Clavier Gavin made a reappearance. Yay! And Miriam Scuttlebutt is a senior in the judge course, and she works for the paper. So, cool, huh? Alright, I'm gonna save again, because I forgot if I saved or not. How the hell is Blackwell 28? Same reason why Phoenix is 34. And everyone is 18 and he's 33 and he's 25? I don't know. Why Gavin popped back up? It was a thing that was gonna happen at this school. There was gonna be a course that Phoenix Wright was gonna speak for, and a prosecutor course that Gavin was gonna speak for. Plus it's for fan, like what's it called? Fan service. That's it. Make her the culprit. The murder scene was the same as it was in the mock trial script. That in and of itself is irrational. Cack. What's wrong with them being the same? Yes, Miss Sykes. Clear to explain what you mean? Okay, let's say for argument's sake that Miss Woods is the killer. If so, then what reason would she have to intentionally make the actual murder mimic her own script? That's easy. She was admitting that she was the... You beat it. You beat Tears of the Kingdom. So, how was it? How was the ending? How was the final boss?
Was it better than Breath of the Wild? That's right, if she had really done that, it would be like the proclaiming to the world that she was the killer. So what we actually have here is evidence of someone trying to frame our client. Cack. Cack, 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 cack. Bosses continue to be better than Breath of the Wild overall. Yeah, was the actual final boss actually hard compared to the Breath of the Wild? And the final boss was epic as hell. The body was found the day of the mock trial. In short, the day the details were revealed. So it would be completely inconceivable for the murder to go exactly like the script. Cack, 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 cack. Don't let it go to your head just yet.
Objection!
It would seem Justice Dono's comrades in arms has finally drawn her sword. However, the blade is dull, and it shall remain so until you master its use. Enough with the stupid sword metaphors already. There is a perfectly good reason for the inconsistency of which you speak. Reason? What reason? Must I spell out everything? The final boss as annoying more than anything, mostly because the freaking dodge dash doesn't work half the time. Did you remember to dodge dash his dodge dash? It was kind of weird with that boss, but I thought it was kind of cool that he could do it too, that Ganon could do it. Ganondorf. Must I spell out everything? You are what people today call high maintenance. The accused had intended to stop the mock trial, and in that event, nary a soul would have been the wiser to the similarities of the case and script. You can never find the timing. It is hard. It did take me a while to get it. No, the mock trial was only stopped after the body was accidentally discovered.
Objection!
Our witness here had also discovered the body. In fact, she was led to our dearly departed professor by the accused herself. What? Miss Scuttlebutt saw the body too? Precisely. And with the discovery of the body, the mock trial ought to have been cancelled. Wait, she didn't call the police? Nope, I kept it a secret for my big scoop. You can't do that. I made her pay long and hard penance for her sin. Did I not, my little box top? Cack, cack. Compared to the work of a war correspondent, the sheer terror of that was... Ag! Geesh, I wonder what the Twisted Samurai did to her. Block off all the holes in her box? And spin her like a top while Detective Fulbright cackled in delight? That sounds more nauseating than scary. How'd you like the final form, though? The dragon form? Enough jabbering, witness. Continue your testimony. Sis. Sure, Mr. Samurai. I'm ready to finish off that she-devil. What Scuttlebutt saw. I snuck into Juniper's dressing room while everyone was in the lecture hall. Juniper had changed into a stage costume. I asked her, "What are you doing?" And suddenly, she fled into the hallway, as if she wanted me to follow her. I followed her all the way to Professor Court's body. She led me right to it. I'm positive it was Juniper because she was wearing the costume that she had made.
Hold it!
What? You really should have seen that coming, but it was pretty cool, honestly. I know, right? Wasn't it badass? I loved it. Why did you withhold such key testimony? Cack. Well, what's that supposed to mean? Athena, you haven't even started your cross-examination. I know, but her testimony points to her as being a potential suspect. Well, I don't think Prosecutor Blackquill is... No, wait, I bet he already thought of that. The witness left the lecture hall to sneak into Miss Wood's room before the mock trial. That means she, too, could have moved the victim's body. Cack! The prosecution's claim no longer has any grounds to stand on. Help! Now, no need to ruffle your own feathers so. When you squeak like a little brat, it agitates Taka. Do you want him to peck your eyes out? No thanks. You listen here. The witness has a perfectly good alibi. Oh yeah, I do. Around the estimated time of death. I was undercover reporter, at undercover reporter class. It's right near my home.
Undercover reporter class? The proverbial rug has been pulled from under you. The witness cannot be the killer. The defense may look before leaping, or at least make sure the rug's secure to the floor. I try to warn you. Oh. Well, there ends the cross-examination. Let's allow the witness to step down. Huh? No, wait a minute. The defense has no right to cross-examine the witness after that little spectacle. For whatever a man is sowing, that he will also reap. Why can't he say, you reap what you sow? Very well. If the cross-examination is over, I suppose the witness may go home. Perhaps spend some more time in her lovely box and recover from today's stressful events.
Sis, don't you worry about me, Your Honor. There's no rest for the wicked, or journalists either. My third eye's always eyeing a scoop.
She's always eyeing a scoop.
Sis. Well, back to the trenches. Bye-bye.
Are you allowed to take pictures in court? Not so fast, Miss Scuttlebutt. Apollo? There's just one thing I'd like to ask. Did you take a picture of the victim's body? And if not, why not?
No, I didn't take one.
Well, that's strange. Why wouldn't you take a picture if you're always eyeing a scoop?
Cack.
Did you or did you not really see the victim's body?
Cack. It's not like I, actually saw it, but...
What the devil? Did you hear that, Your Honor? The witness didn't actually see the body. That completely overturns the prosecution's claim that the witness was led to it. Justice Dono, you dare bear steel at me again? Surprisingly, no cameras are specifically not allowed in many courtrooms. I guess they're allowed in this one, then.
Sis. Nice try, boy wonder. So what if I didn't see the body? The fact remains that Juniper led me there. Feast your eyes on this.
Oh. What exactly am I looking at here?
Sis. It's a crucial moment forever frozen in time by my third eye. A photo clearly showing Juniper Woods. Cack.
Why did you not tell me of this? Oh, by the way, Captain Chips, when will the gliderless run happen? When will you do a sailclothless run? Why did you not tell me about this?
Sis, it's a shocking scoop I was saving for just the right moment. And that would be now, right here in court. Surprise! Sis.
Literally never. Oh, man.
Cack. What did I do? All journalists keep their scoop secret until the right moment.
She's pretty brave hiding it from Blackquill like that. Or pretty stupid. Well, this is an unexpected turn. Athena, about this picture, see how it only shows the back of the subject? Ah, so then, right, who knows whether this photo shows Juniper in the first place.
Objection!
Never gonna play this damn game again. That stinks. A completely irrelevant point. What is relevant here is... there was someone who did try to lead the witness to the body. Take a gander at this, the route by which the accused escaped. The witness pursued the accused this way after she fled the dressing room. Does he have a Mr. Hat doll on the side of his backpack? I just noticed that. Also, what's your next game, by the way, Captain Chips? What are you gonna play now that Tears of the Kingdom's done? The accused descended to the first floor and exited to the quad. Then what, Carton Cretin?
Then I tripped and fell. Caught my knee on my own box.
She stayed under her box even while running after someone? Sounds difficult. Need a break from stupidly long games. You should play The Witcher. Recently, recall that body was already there, for Hugh O'Connor had already seen it. She was trying to show someone the body because she wanted to stop the mock trial. Heard!
Hold it!
Hey, Mr. Cool, what did you miss from the case? A lot of things, Mr. Cool. a lot of things. But welcome to the stream. I hope you're doing good. But the facts have changed, and that's all the more reason to cross-examine the witness. The defense has a point there. Very well, you may proceed with your cross-examination. It seems Justice Dono has saved your pretty little hide, Missy. For now, at least. Well, guess I pulled that off somehow. Thanks, Apollo. You're a lifesaver. Incidentally, my compliments to the witness for her very fine box.
Sis. It's a Primo cardboard, lovingly selected from among many.
Cack. Tell another lie or hide another fact from me, and I shall put it to the torch. Cack. Please, anything but that. I think it would be more eco-friendly to recycle it, but that's just me. All right, Miss Sykes, you may cross-examine the witness. Ooh, that took a long time to get to.
What scuttlebutt saw? I snuck into Juniper's dressing room while everyone was in the lecture hall.
Hold it!
You said you snuck in, but why would you do something like that?
Because if I got a big scoop on Juniper, club membership would go through the roof. Right now, the newspaper club only has one member, me. The club's history once I'm gone, so the Themis Herald's brand recognition is a matter of life and death.
Her means may be questionable, but her motive is surprisingly sound.
Extra! Students seeking the thrills and chills of expose journalism report to the clubroom. This has been a paid advertisement. Anyway, where was I?
Huh? Never took Miriam for such a go-getter.
Juniper had changed into her stage costume. I asked her, "What are you doing?"
Hold it!
Why would she change into that costume? The mock trial was about to begin.
How should I know? But if you don't believe me, take a look at this photo. I captured this critical moment like the gonzo journalistic pro that I am. But this only shows the back of whoever was fleeing. You expect me to shoot her face when she's running away from me?
I guess you're right, but this doesn't seem to be getting me anywhere.
Any rate, as this photo shows, Juniper was in her stage costume.
Getting sleepy? Aw, good night, Mafia babe. I'll see you tomorrow, my friend. Have a good flippin' stream. Let's save it real quick. I think I know the answer here. Here's the costume. As you can see, there's things on it, but nothing on this picture here. So...
Objection!
Miss Scuttlebutt's sole basis for identifying our client as the figure in this photo is the fact that it shows someone in Mrs. Wood's stage costume.
Sis. Well, it is Juniper's costume, so that must be Juniper in it. It's clear cut.
No, that's where you're completely mistaken.
What?
This is a design drawing of our client's stage costume. Oh my, what a wonderful creation. The constellations are extraordinary. I'm glad you noticed, because those stars are precisely what's important here. In the drawing, those are constellations all over the outside of the costume. But there's not a single star on the costume in the photo. Oh, then that means... what exactly? Your Honor, there was no other blue costumes at the scene, which leads me to believe that the figure in the photo was wearing our client's costume inside out. But why would Miss Woods make a mistake like that? Well, it's not really a matter of why, but rather who made the mistake of putting it on inside out.
Cack. Wait, you're not suggesting...
That's right. I'm glad you're catching on. The costume designer wouldn't put her own costume on inside out.
Cack.
What a weirdo.
Sorry, Miss Scuttlebutt, but doesn't believing you had a scoop when you really didn't make you a failure as a reporter?
A failure as a reporter? Cack. Hack! Ah!
Why, hello, Miss Scuttlebutt. So nice to meet the woman beneath the box.
You didn't see nothing.
Objection!
Now I would have you stop right there, Sykes Dono.
Scuttlebutt has enough weird vocalizations to be a One Piece character. That's what I said too. Her laugh alone, her sis and cack make her a One Piece character. For it is the why of the matter upon which I would have this court focus. What do you mean?
Miss Juniper Woods,
Yes?
what were you doing on the morning of the mock trial?
I was in my dressing room, painting my costume in fluorescent paint.
Fluorescent? Paint?
My design drawing shows twinkling stars on the costume. I was going to make the costume shimmer like that by painting the inside fluorescent.
What was that again? Fluoride? Did your costume have cavities?
Not fluoride, fluorescent, as in glowing. The paint would have made it glow in the dark. Cough.
Yes, so you applied that to the inside of the costume, and then?
I let it dry for a while because I've heard it takes a long time. So I put the costume on my mannequin inside out.
Inside out?
So then...
This is a photograph of the inside out costume taken in the dark. As you can see, there's a heavy layer of paint over the entire inside surface. If someone were to properly don this costume in this state, the wet paint would get all over their body. Why, yes, I believe it would. Indeed, ergo, the costume was worn the way it was, not by anyone's mistake, but because this was the way it was on the mannequin, inside out.
Gah!
Figures he would have a photo.
Did we just fall into his trap?
Yeah, I bet Blackwell had it all planned out.
Still, I think you should give this photo a nice long look. Oh, please tell me you found something that doesn't add up. Check out the chest area. It kind of looks like handprints to me. Hey, you're right, but Junie would know better than to touch it while the paint was still wet.
Objection!
I believe the terms to describe your thought process is wishful thinking. After all, if master plant painters make mistakes, why not a rank amateur such as the accused?
Objection!
So basically, you're saying my claim requires evidence to back it up? Evidence? That shouldn't be a problem, right? After all, you've come this far. Just because I've come this far doesn't mean I've thought everything through, though.
What? You mean you've just been bluffing?
What did you expect me to do? I'm sick of losing to this guy. But you're right, there was only one thing left to do at this point. That's to present some evidence, pronto.
A showdown, is it? I gladly accept.
The fluorescent paint must have stuck to the hands of whoever touched the costume, and that paint should glow in dark places, so I just need to carefully check every last piece of evidence. Piece of evidence shows who touched the costume. Luckily, it's quite easy. To who touched it. Take a look at this really quick.
Ah, it's the boy in the macho brace outfit.
Take that!
A school newspaper?
Interesting.
Take a look at the photo where the lights are dimmed and the spotlight is on Miss Woods. Observe Mr. Newman's hand in that photo as he stands at the prosecutor's bench. As you can see, it's glowing, just like Miss Woods' fluorescent paint. It is glowing, quite brightly, I might add. But why would he put fluorescent paint on his hands for the mock trial, you may ask? The answer is he wouldn't, not on purpose. It got there when he put the costume on. That means... What again? It means the figure photographed in the costume was not our client Juniper Woods. It was her classmate Robin Newman. What? To think you were actually able to prove that. Well, you never know what's going to happen next. That's the thrill of the courtroom. So then... Does that mean that Robin is our man? Well, that's certainly how it looks. Very well. Robin Newman it is. He is here in the gallery, I trust. Show yourself. I challenge you to a duel. Alright, next witness. This dude. Will the witness please state his name and occupation? I'm Robin Newman! I want to become a great artist. I practice day and night. Yeah! No, that's not it. Art's gotta be sincere, man. Are you allowed to break pottery in a court of law? So, for occupation, should we put down budding artist? No! Themis Legal Academy, Senior Prosecutor Course. This braces proof of my masculinity. I've been training to be a prosecutor for 18 years. Ahem, I assure you, assume you will be cleaning up the pottery you smashed before you leave today. Arrgh! Oh, man! What do you think of this guy, guys? It seems the witness has finally settled down. I guess nothing phases the judge after all these years. You may proceed with your testimony, Mr. Newman. Specifically, the court wishes to hear why you had fluorescent paint on your head. What the hell is this case? It's a legal case. This is a budding prosecutor. He'll be in the next Phoenix Wright case, in the next Athena Sykes case game. Why, I touched the costume. I went to see Juniper in her dressing room, but she wasn't there. When I walked by that frilly costume, I was like, whoa. The mannequin it was about to fall on me. I got that paint on me when I caught it, but I never put it on. That's just stupid. Your Honor, I recommend a short therapy session for the witness. Well, Mr. Newman does seem particularly agitated, but... Arg! No! Not again. What's his problem? I sensed it the moment Robin took the stand. The discord in his heart. So you think he might be hiding something? Probably. You ready, Mr. Newman? Let's see what the mood matrix can do for you. It's that time again. Let's go. I went to see Juniper in her waiting room, but she wasn't there. When I walked by that frilly costume, I was like, whoa. The mannequin it was about to fall over. I got that paint on me when I caught it. I never put it on. That's just stupid. He had to catch that mannequin as it suddenly started to fall over. Even I can guess this one. The most natural response would have to be surprise. Apollo's right, so maybe I should try focusing on some other emotion. Alright. She wasn't there. Why are you, like, happy about the costume? When you mention the stage costume, I sense a sudden powerful feeling of joy. Would you care to explain, Mr. Newman? Wait, what? Why would a frilly scarf thing and a long skirt make me feel like that? I don't know, but you seem awfully interested in that costume for some reason. You didn't happen to put it on, did you? But like I'd be into that kind of thing. I'm a dude, and I'm into braces. You don't think Robin's actually got a thing for Juniper's outfit, do you? Oh, come on, isn't that obvious? You're enjoying this a bit too much, Athena. No way, man! The mannequin came falling toward me, so I stuck out my hands to stop it. End of story. That's a new piece of information. Time to run an update. Even after that update, something just doesn't feel right here. Do I have anything that could prove this statement contradicts what really happened? I don't know, to be honest. I don't know. I don't remember. How about, was glowing?
Take that!
You said the mannequin came falling toward you, so you stuck your hands out to stop it. If so, then the fingers of your hands would have been pointed outwards like this. But that's not what the handprints show. In fact, this looks more like your thumbs and the base of your palms. Why in the world would I leave such weird handprints? You know why? You left them when you went to adjust the scarf after putting it on. Just like the model in this drawing. Whoa! Why don't you just admit it, Mr. Newman? You did put the stage costume on, didn't you? And you really do like Mrs. Wood's clothes, don't you? Fine, I admit to putting the costume on, but I don't like girly clothes, man! You can be a guy and like girl clothes, it's okay, don't worry about it. Yes, new information to plug in. Time for another update. I snuck in knowing the costume was in there. My heart was pounding even though I'm a guy. Huh. Why were you, sad about that then? There, another emotion that doesn't fit. So what? You're really starting to get on my nerves, man. Mr. Newman, you got excited when you put the costume on, but you also felt sad. But what if it's really fun? What if it's really fun, man? Who cares if I felt sad? It's no big deal. Okay, Mr. Newman, out with it. Why did you feel sad? You're hiding something, aren't you? Oh no! You're not fooling anyone anymore. Now tell us why you were sad. Okay, fine. If you're gonna be that way, I'll tell you. The reason I felt sad is... No matter how much I dress up, I'll never be as pretty as Juniper. Well, no offense, but his habit of shouting at the top of his lungs doesn't exactly help. No, that's not it. I totally own those girly clothes. I should have been totally pretty. But there's something that keeps getting in my way. Wow, that's a whole lot of anger and raw emotion right there. His heart is crying out in pain. His emotions are out of control. Out of control emotions? We saw those during the Ninetales Veil incident. So all we have to do is find the source of his uncontrollable anger, right? Right. Help me look for the conflict between his statements and the images we see. If we can find that, we can wrestle him away from whatever's tormenting him. Mr. Newman said that there's something getting in the way of him being pretty. Something that doesn't go with girly clothes. But what could it be? Fine, I'll testify. Man! Oh God. Ah! Oh, he's pissed. I snuck in knowing the costume was in there. My heart was pounding even though I'm a guy. It's true, I felt a powerful feeling when I saw that long frilly scarf. I admit it, I wear girly clothes. I felt like a diva when I put the hood over my head. I should save real quick. Maybe the costume? Let's try. The source of Mr. Newman's anger is this. Nope, you're way off. Way off! Eek! No good, huh? I'm trying to listen carefully, but all his shouting, it's... You better finish this off quick before you rupture an eardrum. No worries, I'm gonna nail it next time. Maybe Mr. Newman himself? Unless there's another. It felt so right. I was totally dressed up like a girl. Maybe the costume now? Nope. Yep, my memory here is kinda poop, as you know. Alright, back we go. Let's keep on going down the list. Is there one I'm missing? Just the costume and Newman, right?
Think they're in denial or something? Maybe. Maybe it's something, alright. I admit it, I wore girly clothes. The dressing room table is pissing me off. Oh, God. Whoops. No, no, no. Go back, go back, go back, go back, go back. Maybe you? Alright. Hang on a minute, guys. Time to break out the old guidebook, otherwise we're gonna be here all day. The old guide web, rather. Come on, please load. I felt a powerful feeling when I saw that long frilly scarf. Well, I don't see a scarf, but... Come on, guide, please load, thank you. Alright, give me a second, guys. Give me a second. Okay. This is a little bit BS, because I couldn't even, get to it. You had to be really, really careful and examine the brace. Really, really careful. Really, pixel perfect. Mr. Newman, you feel a great deal of anger toward your brace, don't you? Is that what you feel is holding you back from it being as pretty as you think you should be? What? Mr. Newman, the truth is, you really want to take that brace off, don't you? No way, man. This is a symbol of masculinity. I could never take it off. Is it that you can't take it off, or that you don't want to take it off? Aw, man, I should keep my big mouth shut. This is really weird. He exhibits intense anger toward his brace, which he calls a symbol of masculinity, but he can't take it off, not even when he's trying to look pretty. What could it be? What could be at the root of his complicated relationship with his brace? I have a feeling we're on the verge of uncovering an earth-shattering secret. Athena, you okay? It seems Robin is still hiding a secret. A big one. Bigger than the fact that he's secretly jealous of Juniper's looks? Yes, at least I think so. No, it can't be. I just thought of something, but it's totally insane. Mr. Newman? What? I'm onto your little secret, and if I'm correct, it's not very little at all. It's huge. This sounds completely insane, but it's the only possibility left. You want to be pretty like a girl, you hate girls, or... you're a girl. Mr. Newman, or should I say, Miss Newman, you are and always have been a girl. What? Have you lost the plot, Athena? Oh God, you've lost the plot. No, I'm completely serious. I don't have any direct evidence. But that's what Robin's heart is shouting out loud and clear. Hold it! I still think you've totally lost it. I mean, Robin reeks of testosterone. How could she possibly be a she? I, for one, have never seen a girl who shouts like a maniac all the time. Oh. I've seen plenty of witnesses in my day, but if he is a she, then she's the most convincing actress I have ever encountered. Therefore, let me pronounce my verdict. Robin Newman is, without question, a man. Oh. You are now truly Justice Dono's equal in one area. You are just as equally insane. Never in the history of this planet has there been a finer specimen of the masculine spirit. Hold it. Oh, If you guys are done talking about me, I'm... Huh?
Heh.
This is very odd. You know it.
Ah! The brace! It's... Ta-da!
He's out down for a few seconds. Why is the judge deciphering if Newman is trans? She's not, actually.
Miss Sykes, now allow me to call you Athena. I wanted to keep this a secret at all costs, but no.
What? No way! Gah! Surely this must be some kind of jest.
Nope, it's for real. I'm a girl, body and soul. If you don't believe me, I'll give you a P-E-E-K.
God!
As if.
What an amazing transformation. Well, all the discord is gone. The image is now complete. And suddenly she's cute. Yep. She is now the cute. You're confused? She's a girl. That's what it is.
I was raised as a boy since I was little, and I studied law just as my parents wanted. But now, this living lie that has pinned me to the ground, it's... Ugh! Huff, puff. It's been blown to smithereens by you, Athena. Now we can stop pretending I want to be a prosecutor. I'm gonna be an artist. Yay!
Order! Order! What a shocking development. He really did turn out to be a she.
Eek! Why's everyone looking at me like that? Teehee, I feel like a movie star or something. But no paparazzi, please. I value my privacy. O-K-A-Y?
Rah! No pics or you regret it, man!
Am I just imagining things? Or is Robin even more hyper now than when she was a he? I don't know. Maybe it's because she finally got her troubles off her chest.
Literally. This is all well and good, but does he being a she actually change anything?
The fact that the witness is actually a girl does change things, because
now there's a piece of evidence that we must reevaluate. Very well, let's see what the defense has for us now. A piece of evidence must be reconsidered now that we know the witness is a girl.
Will confess, I don't remember. Maybe the...
Where'd the picture go?
This one maybe?
Nope.
This piece of evidence must be reconsidered because Mr. Newman is really Miss Newman.
Please do explain.
Yes, Your Honor. You see, I feel that if you have a sharp eye and an open mind, you can discover something completely new in the most obvious of places.
She's an ex-closeted... No, she's not trans in the slightest. She's a girl. She's always been one.
Yet the defense's statement reflects anything but those two admirable traits.
Alright, let's load the game and try again. Ultima, you stupid effing idiot. Yeah, my memory, once again, very bad of this case, of the entire game. So, let's just, keep on going. Owl... Stage costume, maybe? Okay. That's why you shouldn't zone out during an Ace Attorney stream? Yep. That is right. I mean, you can if you want to. Alright. Back to the guide, guys. Back to the guide. Okay. Apparently, it's the tape recorder. This is what I'd like to court to reconsider. Oh, the tape recorder? The one that recorded the threat? You're a goner? That's right, and we have already established that it's a female voice in the recording. Hang on, let me get back to the chat room real quick, though I'll be needing the guide, I bet. I can, but I shouldn't because you're stupid. Don't worry. I'm far more stupid. Of all the students who could have moved the body before the mock trial was to start, our client was the only female if you exclude Miss Scuttlebutt because of her alibi. And that is why the tape recorder made our client the prime suspect. Ah, so then... That's right, the witness just revealed that she's a girl. Therefore, we are using the voice in that recording as the basis for hurling accusations. This witness must be labeled a suspect too. Oh. Oh no! Wow. Talk about a sudden turn of events. You've done it. You've found a hole in one of the prosecution's key pieces of evidence. Yeah, but wow, that was a lot of work for a single one.
Objection!
Not so hasty now. You're forgetting that only one person here was privy to the script. Ergo, Miss Juniper Woods is still the prime suspect.
Objection!
But Miss Newman hid the fact that she was a girl, both at the crime scene and in court. I'd say that puts her in camp suspicious. Eek! That's not nice, Athena. How can you accuse me of being a killer? I mean, I'm just a weak, innocent little girl. Just thinking about that murder makes me... faint.
Objection!
What a drama queen. Suspicious as a suspicious does. Undoubtedly, the witness does have some sort of connection to this crime. Perhaps our newfound lady is merely feigning ignorance. We can surmise that she lent support to the principal offender, Juniper Woods. By leading Miss Scuttlebutt to the body, that would make her an accessory to the crime. How can you say that? I'm not an accessory to any crime, Mr. Birdman.
Objection!
Birdman? In any event, with the witness as an accessory, it explains out quite a bit, does it not?
Objection!
Arg! He made it all make sense somehow. And he'll keep accusing Junie unless we can show someone else knew about the script's details. How could someone have gotten their hands on that kind of info? The only way they could have known was in the script if they saved the game. Or if they heard it from Junie? Sorry, Junie, but you're not going to like this. Our client may have leaked the script's details to someone. What the devil? And I know I shouldn't have, but I revised the script to favor the prosecution, but Professor Court noticed it immediately and changed it back. Saving is the only correct option. Yep, you are correct. Miss Woods did not want Hugh O'Connor to win the mock trial. That's why I believe she leaked the details to the witness, Robin Newman. I get it. If Robin won, Hugh wouldn't be able to confess to Juniper. Right, Junie was probably trying to keep their relationship from becoming awkward. Sob, sniffle, how could you, Thena? What a bunch of bull! I never heard a word about the script from Juniper. Never ever.
Objection!
You sure? Can you look me in the eye and swear you didn't? But at that B.A.D. Athena, you don't have any evidence. Grr. Actually, we might have just the thing. Really? Yeah, one of Robin's lines I read when we were reenacting the mock trial. Here's a shot of the crime scene. Ironically, it was Professor Court who posed as the corpse. Her forehead. How did the mock trial participants react to this photo? Mr. Newman was surprised by what Professor Court was wearing. Robin said, "Oh, the green sweatsuit." Sir. S-U-R-E. I might have said that, but so what? So, well, think of it this way, Athena. Yeah, which way exactly? If I told you that I'd be wearing a blue suit today, but then showed up wearing what I've got on now, what would you say? Oh, the red suit. Ah, I think I got it. Your Honor, we have evidence proving that Miss Newman knew about the contents of the script. The defense moves to present said evidence to the court. You're sleepy? Bye, Angel Love. Thanks for coming. It's always good to see ya. Hope you're enjoying the case so far. Very well, Miss Sykes, present away.
This evidence proves that Miss Newman has proved prior knowledge to the thing or whatever. Maybe the script?
Take that!
The mock trial script? Miss Newman, during the mock trial, you were shown a photo of the victim's body. And reportedly, you reacted by saying, "Oh, the green sweatsuit." Oh, yes, I said that. What's your point? You seem to have some issues with the green sweatsuit, and I think I know why. The proof is in the script, specifically on the Things to Prepare page. Sweatsuit, victim's outfit will be a red one from the prosecutor course. Ah! You were surprised because the sweatsuit in the photo was green. But if you didn't know about the script's content, then that shouldn't have surprised you. No! I thought we were friends, Athena. How could I have been so blind? In light of her privileged knowledge, I move to declare Miss Newman a suspect, Your Honor. You what? Well, you have her killer, guys. Obviously, right? If knowing script details makes me a suspect, then there must be others besides me. I mean, someone else could have also seen Professor Court's note. Note? What note? The professor and Juniper were working together to prepare for the mock trial, but only one copy of the script made it to prevent it from being leaked. But that gets kind of inconvenient, right? You're not seriously going to suggest... Eek, but it's the truth. Professor Court did do exactly what you're thinking. She didn't write down any of the proceedings or the truth behind the case. But she did write a note to herself about the props and details about the victims, B-O-D-Y. Is this really true, Miss Newman? If you don't believe me, send the police over to my house. Tell them to check the pictures on my camera. I thought it might give me an advantage. So I took pictures of the note. I'd say she's telling the truth. Wait a sec. If there's a note with details about the body, then that means there are others who could have made the murder look like our client's script. Yes, I believe you're right. Apparently, this case isn't as clear-cut as Prosecutor Blackwell would have us believe. This new revolution blasts a big fat hole in the prosecution's case. Oh-ho!
Objection!
Bully for you, Missy, but don't think this spells victory. And why not? The battle is still young, and my blade is now fully drawn. Between it and my next witness, your life will be forfeit, so put away your wooden sword. And show me what you are truly capable of if you wish to live. You want it? Don't worry, I'm gonna bring it. Hello, Hugh. I already said I want nothing to do with this trial. How juvenile. It is not a matter of what you want, for you will cooperate, Hugh O'Connor. Prosecutor Blackwell, why have you called this witness? You will recall that the day before the mock trial, in short, the day of the murder, the accused testified that she left for home at around 6 p.m. Yes, my notes here do confirm that fact. Right, our client wasn't at school at the estimated time of death, so she couldn't be...
Objection!
Yet there was but a felicitous lie from a mistaken golden boy. I have no intention of saying anything more. Now if you'll excuse me. Hold. I am not through with you just yet. Heh, it seems the rogue prosecutor has it out for me. Leave, and we just might discuss you know what. Ack! No, wait! One little statement and Mr. Cool loses it? What's that all about? I changed my mind. I'll stay and testify. Are you sure, Mr. O'Connor? Heh, the world of a genius is as good as gold. Let's get on with this. Hugh O'Connor, a senior at Themis Legal Academy, lawyer course. How's that? Just fine. Your testimony, then, if you please. You're up against the top of the class now. I'd be careful if I were you. I know Junie would never lie like that. That pompous schoolboy won't know what hit him. What's that long purple thing? Good question. What is that long purple thing, Hugh?
To get mentally prepared for the mock trial, I meditated at the archery range until 7 p.m. At around 7:15, I went to the main building before going home. That's when I saw Juniper. We didn't say much as we passed by each other. She seemed her usual self. That's it. Anything else you'd like to ask? BRB? Okay. BRB to you. Give me a second, guys. Let me check something. Okay, that is quite enough. Well done, golden boy. Heh. The final bell rings at 7 p.m., at which point, the campus is a desolate place. Now you will recall the tape recorder. We know the time of the voice recording. It was 7:10 p.m., the day before the mock trial. That was the dark hour of this heinous crime. Do you have any proof of that? As its final bell, the school plays a special broadcast when the clock strikes 7. The female voice on the tape appears 10 minutes after the broadcast. The killer waited until the school was empty to spring her devious and deadly trap. So when the witness saw the defendant, that would have been... Indeed, it was 5 minutes after the voice was captured on the tape in the art room. Ergo, we know that the accused was still in the main building, even after the killing. So the time of the murder, and the time of when the body was moved... Great, another inconvenient testimony. Miss Sykes, your cross-examination, please. You're back, gonna kinda lurk while you do some... short homework. I wish you luck, Mr. Cool. I wish you luck with your homework. Thank you for lurking. Give me a second. To get mentally prepared for the mock trial, I meditated at the archery range until 7 p.m. Around 7:15, main building before doing the thing. Didn't see much. We passed by each other. Seemed your usual self. That's it. Anything else you'd like to ask?
Hold it!
Thanks. Welcome! Alright, I'll take you up on your kind offer. I expected as much, so go ahead. Ask away. Mr. O'Connor, I want to ask you... how did you prep for the mock trial? Please tell the court what you were doing on October 23rd, the day before the mock trial. That's an easy one. Nothing in particular. Nothing at all? You didn't help with the preparations? You don't get it, do you? I was merely playing a role assigned to me. I left the preparations and the like to others. My job was to be mentally prepared. Junie put her heart and soul into getting things ready, while he just sat on his behind. Just to reiterate, I spent most of the 23rd meditating at the archery range. I didn't talk to anyone until the school closed at 7 p.m. I suppose a few archery club members did come and go while I was there. But you didn't talk to anyone? Not a single soul? That's right, I didn't say a word to anyone until the final bell at 7 p.m. I see. This is crucial information. Please add it to your testimony. I don't know if you're bluffing, but if you are, you have a pretty good poker face. I didn't talk to anyone until the final bell. I'd be meditating alone at the archery range. I think I know. I think it's the planner. Need to speak to Hugh O'Connor. Meet with you about the report important.
Objection!
Yay! So you didn't talk to anybody on October 23rd? Are you sure about that? Heh, I already told you. My work is as good as gold. Okay, then how do you explain this? And don't spare any details. Sorry, never seen that before. This is the victim's planner. She recorded all of her plans in great detail. Take a look at this page here. It reads 23rd, meet with Hugh and important. Don't you find that interesting? What? Where'd you get that? The keyword here is important. You say you were at the archery range all day. But you also said a few students came and went while you were there. It doesn't sound like a great place for an important talk. But the entire campus was buzzing with activity before the mock trial. Where could they have possibly had a private conversation? I thought about that too, but the situation changes after the last bell. What's this now?
The witness stayed after the last bell in order to have a private talk with the victim. Am I right, Mr. O'Connor? This is insane.
Objection!
Must we go through this yet again? I suppose you also have no evidence as usual. No, I don't have any direct evidence. However, the witness was meditating until after the last bell, and he attempted to conceal his private meeting with the victim. Heh, first Robin and now me. Who are you going to accuse next? You're just another unscrupulous attorney looking to get ahead. But let him get to you. He's definitely hiding something. I mean, he was supposed to meet with the victim around her estimated time of death. I had my suspicions about Robin, but Hugh seems just as guilty. These three are the only possible suspects, after all. Mr. O'Connor, answer me this. Did you meet with Professor Court that day? Sorry, Mr. Jailbird Prosecutor. I don't mean to steal your thunder, but I have something to say. If it will save me some trouble, then by all means speak away. If you would recall, Miss Sykes, the voice on the tape recorder was female. Knowing that, I'd like you to explain how I could possibly be a suspect. Oh, he has a point. Impressive. Golden Boy here does shine gold indeed. Better take the reins. You're more than capable of prosecuting this case. Sorry, but I'm studying to be a lawyer. What a pity. To think such genius is to be wasted on mere lawyering. At last your moment is here, Sykes Dono. Time to refute Golden Boy's statement, and prove that you are the younger prodigy worthy of the badge on your lapel. Could he lay any more pressure on? The voice is unmistakably female, so there's no point in arguing about that. Yeah, you're right. In which case... To whom does the voice on the tape really belong to? How about... the victim? The voice on the tape belongs to the victim. That's the only thing that makes sense.
Objection!
Are you mad? The voice on the recording says you're a goner. That is something a murderer shouts at their victim, not the other way around. Yeah, that is a problem. You're a goner. You're a goner. You're a goner. Athena? You're a goner. You a goner. Hugh a corner. Hugh O'Connor. Wait a second. Whoa, Athena, you're scaring me here. You're scared? I'm terrified for even coming up with this. With what? Prosecutor Blackquill, you want to know if I'm worthy of my badge? Well, I'm about to show you why. Despite my age, I can wear it with pride. Oh, then I can take it you won't be changing your argument. Still, it stands that it's a bit odd for the victim to be the one yelling, "You're a goner." I agree, if that's what the victim was saying, but it's not. I assume you have something to back up your assertion, Miss Sykes. Not exactly, but you don't have to add fuel to his fire, Your Honor. If it is indeed Professor Court's voice in the tape, then she was shouting because she was... scolding O'Connor. I would like to call one basic fact into question. Is that shout on the tape really saying you're a goner? What are you up to now, Athena? Professor Court's planner says she was supposed to meet with the witness for an important talk. Perhaps her witness, despite being a genius, has done something wrong. And this made Professor Court get angry with him during their private meeting. I don't see how this changes what we heard on the tape. Well, if you want to see how it changes things, then let's try a little experiment. Your Honor, I wanted you to yell at the witness as if you're mad at him. But, and this is important, use his full name. Okay, let's see. Hugh O'Connor! Heh, what did I do to deserve that? Yes, like that. Now try again, but faster. Hugh O'Connor! Hugh O'Connor? Hugh O'Connor? Hugh O'Connor? Wait a second. No, this can't be.
Objection!
Think I'd spend that energy to lead you this far if it wasn't true? But it is, Your Honor. Humans are not perfect, that is a scientific fact. We sometimes mistaken shadows for monsters or the wind for voices. Now that you mention it, you can do this, Athena. Just give the old guy one more little push. The sound in the tape recorder never was the phrase "you're a goner." That's only when we thought we heard, when in fact it was the witness getting yelled at. The court will note that this is different from the selective hearing men are so good at. I think you're right, but what was that last part again? Never mind. The important thing is that the voice that was recorded isn't our client's. And since it wasn't the victim scolding the witness, he must join now the list of suspects. Arrgh!
Objection!
I had thought that testimony would suffice, but it seems it has come to this. I will not allow such fallacious quibbles to upend this case. The prosecution has one final piece of evidence to present to the court. Evidence? What's he going to pull out now? Feast your eyes on this photo, and let me see that insolent look vanish from within them. Let's see here. Oh, it's a picture of the defendant and the victim. The photograph shows Professor and the student preparing for the mock trial together. Wait, was this taken in the art room, the room where the murder occurred? Indeed it was, but the revelations do not end there. Do you see the clock on the wall? It reads 7:05, a mere 5 minutes before the voice was recorded on the tape. What? The accused brutally stabbed the victim to death 5 minutes after the photo was taken. Welp! It seems the defendant's culpability in this crime is quite obvious. Junie was with Professor Court just 5 minutes before she was murdered? What now? Nothing I say can change that fact. Understand now. You can believe in your client all you wish, but try as you might, such misplaced faith will inevitably be cut down before the cruel, steely blade of truth. Nah. Listen, Missy, the person you like to say more than anyone else in the world, I'd be willing to wager that your defense isn't what they desire. But, I became a lawyer so I could... You still fail to understand? After so much pain and defeat, the courts are not the play yards of little children dressed as lawyers. So before you break your back in failure, run along home and grow up. Grrr. Gah. If he thinks I'm giving up now, he's got another thing coming. Have to find my inner strength if I ever hope to save him. But I can't think of any way to strike back. The worst of times are when lawyers have to force their biggest smiles. That's impossible. How can I smile under these circumstances, even if I force it? This is badder than bad. Who knew Black Quill had that one waiting in the wings? Why didn't that twisted samurai just present it at the beginning? Wait, maybe this was his real Palan. Was he just trying to show me how weak and powerless I am? Maybe he's right, because I really haven't got a clue. Who's the real killer? Who murdered Professor Constance Court? Robin Newman, a girl who had been forced to live a lie as a guy? Or was it Hugh O'Connor, the honor student who had met with Professor Court? There seems to be a little reason to debate the defendant's guilt any longer. The time for a verdict has come. Oh! 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 No! That's not gonna happen, man! What's the meaning of this? You can't interrupt a judge about to hand down a... Tee-hee-hee, maybe, but false verdicts are a N-O-N-O. What? Miss Newman, please explain yourself. Juniper's not the killer. I know because I know who the real killer is. You do? You know who the real killer is? What is she up to now? Yep, I know because the real killer is... M-E, me. Tee-hee. What? It was me. I did it alone. It's just me. I don't get it. Why is she confessing? Miss Newman was witness near the stage. There's even a related photo of her. It's kind of hilarious, though. She can alt like that. Oh.
It's hilarious that she can alt like that. What do you mean by that? Like alternate personalities? The more suspicious she seems. Robin Newman isn't the kind of guy who pins the blame on friends. Just so he can walk free. Get it over with. Declare me guilty already. Please, wait. Juniper, what are you doing? Thank you for all you've done, Thena, but you'll have to forgive me. I can't let my friends take the blame any longer. Junie, no! Don't do it! You and Robin have done nothing wrong. They have absolutely no connection to this case. The real killer is me. I alone am responsible for the entire crime. What?
Objection!
Junie, you know that's not true. Hurry up and retract your statement. I'm afraid it is true. Forgive me, Thena. Well. Order, order. Will somebody please explain what's going on here? I see right through your cheap ploy. School rules state that a prior conviction terminates one's eligibility to graduate. A guilty verdict here would make whatever dreams one had go up in a puff of smoke. I wasn't aware. Even meek little mice will fight when cornered. A pitiful spectacle, I might add. These vermin are trying to protect each other now that they've nowhere else to run. Protect each other? Wait, so was Robin just trying to protect Junie too? If so, then the real killer is... Huh? Oh. Oh. Heh, this whole thing's a joke. Uh-oh, now it's Hugh's turn. What is wrong with kids these days? I know what just crossed your mind, Miss Sykes. Oh. You think I'm the killer, don't you? Is a bow and arrow allowed in a court of law? Well, he really is a genius. He even knows what you're thinking. Heh, I think it's about time I told you the truth. And I'll even get right to the point. It was me. I did it. Wait. What? No. Obviously not allowed. Plus it looks like he pointed the arrow at the judge, too. How in trouble would that get him? Now both potential suspects are claiming to be the real killer. Arg, I am so confused right now. If you still have doubts, how about I detail my murder plot? It's absolute genius. Enough of this nonsense. This is a court of law and not the set of some high school drama. I see I have no choice. I'm afraid I'll have to... Hoy, wait, your baldness. I'm sorry, Prosecutor Blackquill, but I'm in no position to hand down my verdict just yet. I'm hoping that the defense and prosecution can come up with some airtight evidence. That is why I'm giving you both the rest of the day to continue investigating this case. Pinch me. I think I'm dreaming. Fine. Do as you wish. This brings today's proceedings to a close. Court is adjourned. Oh my god, guys. I swear. Alright. I'll play till 3 hours, 10 minutes. Oof. Whoops. Wrong option. Stupid Ultima. Crazy case though, huh guys? Crazy flippin' case this is. Now we're back in this room. Sorry, boss. I couldn't do it. You know, that little bit of advice you gave me? The worst of times are when lawyers have to force their biggest smiles. I don't know exactly what you meant, but there was no way I could force a smile in that courtroom today. I'm just glad you remembered that. But now how about a little Relax, not gonna happen. Uni, she asked me to defend her because she believes in me, but I felt completely helpless. If it weren't for their confessions, I'd... But if this trial proceeds in the same manner and ends in the same way as the mock trial, would you not lose everything you've worked so hard to gain? Well, I just have to make sure that doesn't happen then, won't I? Twist upon twits. Twists upon twits. Yes. No, I can't lose it all. Not now. You okay, Athena? You're turning kind of pale. I can't just stand around here. I'm going to finish the investigation. Can it wait? I just took a batch of freshly baked cookies out of my magic panties. Thanks, but I'd better get going. Save me one for when I get back. Apollo, you wait here. I'll need to see Junie at the detention center first right away. No, wait. I'm going with you. Sorry, Mr. Wright, but I'd better go too. No problem. You two be careful. Visitors room. There's so much I need to ask Junie. What happened in court today? Where we go from here? Oh, hi. Well, now. Fancy meeting you here. Oh, Professor Means. What brings you here? I asked him to come. He arrived just a little before you. Wanted to ask him something, but first, Athena, I want to apologize for my sudden confession after you worked so hard to defend me. She was calling me Thena until just now. Now I should be the one apologizing. That whole thing spiraled out of my control. Athena, Don't worry, I'll be ready to bring it tomorrow. I'll find something to prove your innocence. About that... Athena? I've been thinking of asking Professor Means to defend me. Huh? I myself only just heard of this a moment ago. Oh, so she thinks Professor Means would be... No, I can't let this happen. Not with the way he wants to do things. Junie. I know, Athena, but will you please hear me out? No, I won't hear you out, because I'm defending you. Well, guys, I think we'll call it here today. In 2 days, we'll see if we can solve the third case. This one's a bit crazy, and I'll say it's a lot better than the last case we did. But more in 2 days. Tomorrow will be more Skyrim, so look forward to it. But yeah, thank you all for stopping by. Hope you had a good time, and I'll see all of you on the tomorrows. Bye-bye!